Alrighty, folks. Hello there. This is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. We're going to do some more traditional draft Neon Dynasty. Since, again, I've been enjoying Best Out of 3 a lot more, the difficulty is a lot less, and it simulates real-life Magic more than anything, more than Premier Draft. Not more than anything, but more than Premier Draft. Also, it takes usually a lot longer for the pods to fill up. So there's a likelihood you actually end up facing against someone, a lot more likely that you end up facing against someone in the same pod as opposed to Premier Draft, which always fills up quickly. So hate drafting does matter a bit once you have once you have a decent amount of playables and there's nothing else in the pack, so you can just hate draft some cards. But yeah, anyways, again, been enjoying Best Out of 3 a lot more than Best Out of 1. The difficulty, ironically, is a lot easier compared to Premier Draft, since they don't really pair you up with someone with the same similar loss record or someone within the same rank. It's just a wider variety of players of all skill levels. It's just there's no hand smoother either. So, I guess with no hand smoother, it can be either good or bad, depending on how your curve lines up. But either way, just been enjoying Best Out of 3 more. And at this point, I can safely say I've solved the format, quote unquote. I think, given how green is so contested, you want to maybe lean towards black more, and then the black aggressive decks being blue black and red black. I've been having a lot more success compared to trying to draft green. Green tends to be pretty cut off. Not to say I won't first pick like a mythic green uncommon like Blossom Prancer, Boseiju, Regis Skywards, or Kappa Tech Wrecker. But I rather, if I can choose a color to be in mostly in this format, it's mostly just going to be in black. Black's commons, I find, have actually been pretty deep, almost comparable to the ones in green. So those are their two best colors. And then the Jeskai colors, blue, red, and white, are actually, they're not actually as flexible as one thinks. Like, for example, blue wants to be, blue and red, they want to be heavily towards their color, so you want to be either heavy blue or heavy red. And then the only color that pairs really well with them with either red or blue is mostly black, for the most part. But again, there are exceptions. You can be like heavy blue, heavy red, playing with blue as your secondary color, or heavy blue with white as your secondary color, and try to get away with it. And then white, sadly I have to say, is probably the worst color in my opinion, simply because I think their commons tend to drop off after the first two, which are the Spirited Companion and the Imperial Loaf. And the only white deck I really like in this format is white-green. So yeah, it doesn't really pair well with any other color. White-black is a bit of a grindy mid-range deck, but usually the green decks have more recursion and more power in terms of commons compared to white. So far, the colors I've been mostly drafting are, again, blue-black, which is again the best deck in the format. Black-green, which has a mix of excellent black and green commons and uncommons and rares. Black-red, which it's also just very good as well. And green-white, I think, which is the best white deck in the format. Between green-white and green-black, looking at the data, green-black is slightly better than green-white, but they're both kind of close. I still think maybe green-white has more synergy, since white is the best white commons lean towards the controlling end of the spectrum, and it pairs really well with what green is trying to do, whereas black is kind of a mix of each. It's kind of a mix between aggro and control. It's just a really excellent support color, and just pairs well with every other color except white, in my opinion, since they're both kind of just support colors, and you don't want... And if you go black and white, there's really not much of a direction you can end up in unless you have some bomb rares like the Wanderer or AO or multiple Imperial Oaths. Either way, yeah, as you can see, it takes a lot longer in traditional best out of three. So again, important to kind of maybe hate draft a bit, since you're facing against the same people in the same in you is likelihood that you can end up facing against the same person. And also, sideboard obviously matters in best out of three. And what else? There's also again no hand smoother, so there's some games, some matchups where you can end up like with no lands in your hand, as opposed to having this hand smoother in Premier Draft that can guarantee like 1, 2, or 3 lands or something. But yeah, going to mute myself because it's going to take a while. The longest I've ever waited for a traditional draft was more than 10 minutes, so hopefully this doesn't beat the record. So I'll be back one moment. Alrighty, we're finally ready. Let's do this. Hope the final person hits the ready button. And luckily, it didn't take more than 10 minutes, but it does happen in traditional best out of three. So, yeah, let's make our picks carefully. And I, again, want to lean towards black and green the most, slightly more towards black, since I think the black decks have been performing higher than, say, green, blue, and green, red. So let's begin. Pack one, pick one, traditional best out of three. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty are rare, not amazing, and even in the black red sacrifice deck, I don't necessarily want to take it. We have, however, two of the best uncommons in the set. Life of Toshiro Umezawa and Kappa Tech Wrecker are both excellent. Narika is only good in green white, but outside of that, it's not amazing, since there's not a lot of white decks out there that cares about enchantments outside of white green. And then at common, not much else. I would actually just take the land over everything. So it's a choice between Life of Toshiro and Kappa Tech Wrecker. And looking at the statistics, Kappa Tech Wrecker does perform higher than Life of Toshiro Umezawa. But due to color preference, I think I'd rather be in black than green. Either way, they're both actually very close, and Life of Toshiro probably is going to be my pick here, just to preference myself towards black so I don't have to fight with the other green drafters at the table. And I think black's commons are better than greens in general, so this is going to be mostly color preference, but they're both close. Life of Toshiro is just going to be excellent against basically this just wrecks any aggressive deck in the format. And even if it gains, the worst case scenario, it's 2 mana, gain for life, make a 2/3 that can also help you ramp out your instances or sorceries. So we'll follow that up with another Life of Toshiro Umezawa. So had we taken the Kappa Tech record, we're probably looking at Life of Toshiro. I think it's actually better than Surge Hacker Mech, which I think it's okay. It's pretty good against opposing aggressive decks, but 4 mana is a lot, crew 4 is a lot, and then if you're facing against the green decks, dealing 2 damage is not all that amazing, unless, again, you have multiple vehicles, but most of the vehicles at common are pretty bad. Nezumi Prowler is also quite good, but I still think you take Life of Tashiro over it. And at common, we have some decent role players, Fang of Shigeki and Bokotai Ambusher, but after one Life of Tashiro, why not a second one? Let's take it here. And then now we can maybe take a Twisted Embrace here over Network Disruptor, which can potentially lead to a blue-black Ninjas deck. But we're still going to stay open by taking Twisted Embrace because black-green and red-black are still a possibility, and they're still tier 1 decks. So just take a Twisted Embrace and move on. Just a solid removal spell. And then here, this pack doesn't really have anything too exciting. They're all kind of comparable in power level. Jukai Preserver is okay. I prefer to, if I end up black-green, I have a Geothermal Kami at 4 to re-pick up my enchantments here. So probably just take a Lethal Exploit. There's nothing, again, that stands out too much. Intervention, Completion, Jukai are all just kind of close anyways. Seeing some late whites. I mean, Blade Blizzard Kitsune could be a sign that white is open, but it's not necessarily an impressive card in this set either. Again, white's not trying to be aggressive in this format. It's trying to be controlling, and this is not even a samurai or warrior, nor does it have any enchantment or artifacts. So it's kind of a card that really doesn't really have much of a home, unless you're like curving this into this, where you put a counter onto this. So we'll just take another Lethal Exploit. We'll take a Lethal Exploit and just stay mono black. Fine enough. And then in this pack, there's a card that actually has jumped up in terms of pick order. And believe it or not, the best, highest performing blue common is Suit Up. I still think you want Network Disruptors and the Ninjas and Modern Age at common before you pick up a Suit Up. But when there's nothing else amazing in this pack, you could just maybe speculate on it, and then maybe we can end up in blue-black. Either way, blue-black is the best deck in the format, so could just take a Suit Up, and then everything else here, we have a fine, decent amount of green playables, Grafted Growth, and Harmonious Emergence, but they're all okay. Let's take a Suit Up here. And then here, not much, unfortunately. Futuristic Operative. Sometimes you do get signal that maybe a particular archetype is open, but the card is not very good, and in this case, it's Futuristic Operative. So now what? We could take an Intervention somehow if we end up in black-white, which I don't think we necessarily need since we have so much removal already. Scrounger is also just medium, or maybe I take a Network Terminal. There's a chance if I end up in black-green, this could be fine, since green tends to go multicolor in this format. And then there's also the Kami of Terrible Secrets on 4 that cares about controlling artifacts and enchantments. So why not? Let's just take a Network Terminal. There's, again, nothing stands out too much in this pack. And then, yeah, still nothing. I guess Harmonious Emergence is okay as a random 5-drop. Bear of Memory could also be playable, but usually there's enough to do with your mana when you're in green, and you don't necessarily need to spend the whole turn just putting a 1 counter and giving a creature trample. There's also Invoke Calamity here, which isn't very good. And there's Lucky Offering, which could be a sideboard option. Discover the Impossible also just doesn't do much, so we'll just take Harmless Emergence in case we end up black-green. It's just a 5-mana 4/5 with haste. Usually the red one is not very good since the red one you still have to tap for mana, so if you attack with it, you can't tap it for mana. Alright, some interesting options. Shadow Walker, Geothermal Kami, both kind of stand out here. So in this pick, do we want to lean towards blue-black with the Kuchi Shadow Walker, or do we want to lean towards black-green? I think we're fine leaning towards blue-black more. Not only is blue-black a better deck, but we also have a Suit Up, so there's a sign that it's kind of open. So, yeah, why not? Takuchi Shadow Walker can be a fine finisher in the Ninja's deck. And in a sense, this still keeps us mono-black, so I guess it's okay. And then we could always run either a Brute Suit or a Kami of Terrible Secrets in blue-black. If we pick up multiple Keeper Reckoner raids, the Brute Suit gets better. Either way, I do see Kami of Restless Shadows pretty late, usually in other packs, and I don't want more than 1 in blue-black since it's kind of expensive at 5. So I'll take a Brute Suit here. Maybe we can just curve out and beat down with it, and it's totally fine. And then we can maybe take a second Shadow Walker. Don't really care about Bear of Memory. There's also Planar Incision here, which could be a fine sideboard card, or a 23rd playable. But we'll just take another Shadow Walker. This has always been a fine top-end card, and just being able to ninjutsu this for 4 mana after you play like a Searchlight Companion is really powerful. So we'll speculate on the blue-black more than anything. Nothing else here I even want to consider hate drafting. Like maybe Thundersteel Colossus can be kind of annoying in some decks that are looking to grind. So, yeah, we're heavily situated in black, mostly leaning towards blue-black, but we can also move into black-green if we want to, since we're seeing some signs of Sultai colors. But if I can, I want to be in blue-black with the double Dakuchi Shadow Walker as well as Suit Up. So hopefully pick up some powerful blue commons in the next pack. Moon Circuit Hackers, Modern Ages, Network Disruptor, Moon Snare Specialists, and then a second Suit Up could be fine too. Well, speaking of ninjas, there's Biting Palm Ninja. However, look at how deep black is. You have one of the best uncommons in the set in black with the long reach of night. I still don't think this is better than Behold the Unspeakable or Boseiju or Machiko's Reign of Truth, but it's still quite good. And then there's Virus Beetle, the second best common behind Okiba Reckoner Raid. But we're still going to take the Biting Palm Ninja, I have to assume. It's just so powerful. Like, it's already a 2-for-1. Like, not only do you snatch a card out of their hand, but there's always a fear of having this ninja back into your hand. And then, so they have to also use a removal spell to get rid of this eventually, or trade off a creature. Whereas Virus Beetle can get a card out of their hand, but then it's sometimes doesn't even trade off. But still an excellent card in the Ninja's deck, and in any black deck in general. We'll take a Biting Palm Ninja. This is an awesome pickup. And then there is Kumano Faces Kakazan here. If I was to stick in mono black, there's nothing exciting. Ink Rise Infiltrator is okay, and at its best in blue black, but it's definitely a step down below Kumano. So I could speculate on Kumano here in case Black Red is open, and yeah, Black Red is also just a tier 1 deck in this format. Kumano is also just very excellent if you can cast it on turn 1 and follow it up with like a Song Shaper, which we currently don't have, but there's nothing exciting, so we'll just take the best card. Kumano Faces Kakazan, so now maybe Red-Black is on the menu. And then, yeah, as much as I like the Modern Age on 2, I think we just have to be disciplined and just take the Twisted Embrace here, just to stay on color. Otherwise, there's also Imperial Oath, which is a good splash in a green deck. I think of this as just a green gold card in the sense that you're looking to splash this anyways in the controlling green decks. But there's Assigned Ninjas are open too with a Silencer, which is a fine ninja, but also just not very powerful. But we'll take a Twisted Embrace and hope this Modern Age or even Tawashi Song Shaper wheels. And then Silver for Master is great. Going to take it over a flexible option here being... My second pick here would be the Mukotai Ambusher, but I think this is just a lot more powerful than Ambusher. And yeah, if we do end up in blue-black, it just does a lot more. And so this is kind of trading the flexibility for power, whereas like the previous pick was flexibility over potential power. Although Modern Age and Twist Embrace are still close, but I still take Twist Embrace to be in black in this format. But yeah, now maybe we can see if we can commit. And either way, even if I end up red-black, Ambusher is better off in blue-black anyway, so we'll take a Silver for Master. And then here, I already have double Shadow Walker. There is Tawashi Song Shaper, which I like. However, we just took a blue card. So maybe it's fine just taking, I guess... Ooh, Shrine Store. Didn't think about that. I guess Shrine Store can fetch up one of our Twisted Embraces. I was thinking about getting the Nozumi Blade Blesser because it's actually been pretty decent in most of my black decks. But I think I can make the case for Shrine Store now because we do have the double Twisted Embrace. And if we do end up in green, we can still grab a Harmonious Emergence. But yeah, I'm down to maybe take a fine 5-drop even in a blue-black aggressive deck, just so I can fetch one of my Twisted Embraces out. Shrine Store seems fine. Let's take it. And then another Silver for Master and another Life of Tashirum. Okay, I think I just take the second Silver for Master and diversify since I have double Life of Tashiro already. Triple Life of Tashiro is kind of insane. But again, yeah, this is probably better than Life. No, actually the data shows Life is better. But it's still, Silver for Master is still up there as one of the top performing uncommons. And in this way it can improve the rest of our other ninjas. And yeah, this is a great sign, and by taking this we can just cut off blue-black, the blue-black hybrid cards later in the next pack, so we'll take a Silver for over Life, which kind of feels bad, but it's okay, and then Return is always a fine 23rd playable. Right, seeing a late Song Shaper. Chainflow Centipede is also just medium, don't care about it too much in blue-black either. So I'll just take a Song Shaper for the hell of it if I somehow had to end up in black-red with Kumano. And then we'll take a Kami of Restless Shadows as another fine 5-drop we could play in this deck. Our curve is getting kind of clunky in the Blue-Black Ninjas deck, and usually we want more 1-drops, but we haven't seen anything so far, so yeah. Even Inkrise Infiltrators are going to become a priority in the next pack. Network Disruptors, Moon Circuit Hackers, Okiba Rekna Raid, so it's going to try to fill up the 1-drop department. Alright, so this is interesting. I think it's still Infiltrator because we already have 2 ninjas already and 3. Yeah, we're probably looking for more enablers over payoffs, so I think we actually take the Infiltrator over Ambusher, although they're both close, and then I can even ditch this Brute Suit just to run this better 3-drop, so this is fine. Ambusher was close, but we have enough ninjas with double Silver Master and double Dakuchi Shadowwalker. Well, we got one anyways, so never mind. So probably don't need to run this network terminal, and then we could run something like this as our configuration. So we need some more early 1-drops. So let me get those nice juicy network disruptors. As I say that, we get 0 network disruptors. Hinsuku is pretty good, but I might even take Twisted Embrace over Pack 1 Pick 1 just to keep my options open. And for the most part, if you're going to be black-red, your curve tends to be low. So even if you activate the ability, the second ability where you tap and exile, you're mostly just going to get a cheap creature anyways. And still a powerful card, but I still am going to take Twisted Embrace over it. So now this Shrine Stort looks a lot better. I definitely need some more early game as we open up this pack, which barely has anything. I don't think I want to run Iron Apprentice as a 1-drop. I think that's too much of a stretch. So I guess we just take another Blade Blesser here. There's also the Thirst for Knowledge, but I don't think that's very good in this format. So I guess I'll just take another Blade Blesser and hope we get something good in the next following packs, since we were cutting off blue-black pretty aggressively. Paper Graph Decoy's fine, but probably don't mind a Roadside Reliquary if I'm going to go end up in 2 colors. We have a decent amount of enchantments and artifacts, although more enchantments than artifacts. But sometimes just being able to sack this to draw a couple of cards could be fine, so we'll take a Reliquary. Man, this third pack has been pretty brutal. Like, barely any enablers. I guess we'll just take another Lethal Exploit, since I'm not really a big fan of Arm Guard Familiar. Specialist is fine too, but kind of clunky. And then I don't think I'm in a red train after taking both Silver for Masters. Oh, and there finally we got a good ninja with Moonsnare Specialist. That's fine over Guidebot. So it's going to be a little bit of a more clunkier blue-black ninjas deck. But we still have our 2-drop enablers, which are fine. So a lot slower than, turn 1 network disruptor, but it's okay. Maybe red-black is more open for my right-hand side. But I think after taking double Silver for Master, we're just kind of committed. And double Life of Tishiro is pretty broken anyway, so we have some nice defensive utility in the early game. Even double Lethal Exploit against other opposing aggressive decks. And then, yeah, this other deck, this is also just kind of whatever. We could take this as a pretty bad enabler. Sure. I don't really care about the Trespassers at all. Might have to play this as an enabler, sadly. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's not, I guess it's a fine blocker, but yeah, we might have to play it. And this is my first time ever playing the Blue Shrine. Like, it can still block the turn we play it, and then we can still use it to ninjutsu the next following turn. Yeah, these are ninjas. I thought these were rogues. I know this counts rogues and ninjas. Alright, there's an infiltrator, I guess. It's definitely better than Go Shintai, so we'll be relying on mostly infiltrators, I guess, to get across. We could always try to do a risk of doing like turn 2 Silver Master into Ninjutsu, the Dokuchi Shadow Walker, since it costs 1 generic less. So there's always that option. But the fact is, this also just pumps the Inkrise Infiltrator, so it's quite good. And still no 1-drops. Man, this is brutal, but I think we still read the signals carefully, and, we found our lane. Alright, Arm Guard Familiar, sure. I guess we're not getting any mana enablers. So we probably need to run 17 lands, given how our curve is kind of high. So, yeah, we probably need to run 17 lands and take it from there. And I might even run the Go Shintai for to enable it as a ninja. Seeing another late Armguard familiar. Guess for sideboard I can even try a Planar Incision since I have an Armguard familiar in the sideboard. But we have a lot of turn 2 plays already. This is mostly a turn 3 because we still need to play our 3-drop before our 2-drop before we can ninjutsu the Mokotai Ambusher in this deck. So this is more or less likely kind of our curve that we're looking at. So no 1-drop, so we're mostly going to have plays on turn 2. And then this is 21, so we just need to add 2 more playables in this deck to round out the deck. But yeah, no 1-drops, so people were cutting us off in the 3rd pack, or maybe the 3rd pack was just bad. So what do we want to incorporate in this deck? There's Brute Suits, which does add an extra artifact count to improve our Reliquary. However, it's still not very good, and we don't have any Okiba Reckoner aids for it. I could make the case for actually putting in a Papergraph Decoy just to make it more likely we can activate Roadside Reliquary, and it's still a 2-drop, so this could maybe get thrown into the deck. There's also Blade Blesser, which could also just be a filler 3-drop. There's, I guess, Thirst, but we don't have that many artifacts to discard for it, so I guess I'll count that out. So right now it's Blade Blesser and Papergraph. There's Planar Incision, which could be a fine, cute little combat trick thing. We can flicker Shrine Store to maybe get a second Embrace. But overall, we don't have that many powerful entered battlefield effects. Maybe Moosner Specialist. We can bounce Biting Palm Ninja to get back its Menace counter. Tashiro can become a Saga again. So this is interesting. I might just take this Papercraft Decoy. That way it can improve the Reliquary, which might not be easy to get the whole draw 2 going. I could also cut the Reliquary and just kind of adjust my mana base. But I think since we're heavy black, I think 10-6 seems fine. And then the final card we want in the deck, I think is between like Blade Blesser, Planar Incision, and the Brute Suits. Brute Suit again adds another artifact for Roadside, but I don't think I want to tap my creatures too often to just enable an attack, since this is mostly going to be 2 power of silver for Ninja. I hate just having the crew to attack, and it's better off if we have more like 1-drops along with this. So probably just take the Blade Blesser here, or I can just take an Armguard. Maybe Armguard Familiar could just be better, just because we want to, since we're kind of light on whatchamacallit, 1-drops, we want to maybe stack up a bit more on 2-drops. It's not an enabler like the Go Shintai, unfortunately, but it's still okay. We can reconfigure onto it later, and it's still like an artifact for Reliquary. Maybe I'm focusing on this Reliquary too much, but Go Shintai doesn't really do much unless I have a Ninja. So yeah, we can run it like this, and then the mana base, I think we can still go like something like this, and maybe get away with it, since we need to hit our double black quite often. So sure, let's give this a shot. And then our picture, not sure, Life with Tashiro makes sense. So 0-1 drops. On the draw, we're not going to be, our deck is not going to be that impressive. So my deck limits are reached. We'll just play this out. I don't think I need to record this save this since I have a lot of blue-black decks anyways. So definitely a slower Ninja deck without the 1-drops, but I still think, again, we read the signals, and I think I think I did the best that I can. So let's be on the play. And no 1-drops, so this is the problem with, no second land, so this is the problem with best out of 3, no hand smoother, but it's okay, we'll mulligan. And then we'll keep the Roadside Reliquary. Our first turn is going to be a Twisted Embrace, a Blade Blesser. So hopefully no Virus Beetle to punish us. I guess they pull a mulligan too, so it's not that bad. And if he plays Virus Beetle, then we'll discard our island. Could always just lead with a Biting Palm Ninja first since it has Menace. Although I probably want to trade for a Kappa Tech Wrecker instead. So yeah, let's just run out the Blade Blesser, and if it attacks, I'm happy trading it. I would love to kill this too with the Twisted Embrace. Dragon Kami Reborn, pretty bad card. This is the first time I've actually seen someone actually cast it. So I'm probably just going to attack here and then run out the Biting Palm Ninja. And this can only bring back creatures, so you can't really grab any instances or sorceries with it. I guess it can still chomp or something, but it's sorcery speed to cast creatures, so if I kill the egg on his turn, he won't be able to get a creature. If he attacks, I think I'm trading since this is just so powerful. Alright, I have double black. Do I twist and embrace this? It's not a bad idea. I could also just attack and run up Biting Palm Ninja. He still doesn't have a target to exile. So sure, maybe I just attack and then he might have some better stuff for me to trade with. So nope, I don't think I ninjutsu here, otherwise I lose a ton of tempo. And I'm fine running out Biting Palm Ninja, run out the Swamp and say go. Next turn we can twist and embrace if we want to. So we probably want to kill Kappa next turn. He could also have a fight effect that I might have to worry, question. But he still doesn't have any enchantments for us to exile. Imperial Subduer is fine. This also isn't a Samurai or Warrior, so this is okay. And then I can also Twisted Embrace onto, I guess, if I run out Twisted Embrace here, I can take out the Kappa Tech Wrecker. Now, where do I put the Twisted Embrace onto? Probably on the Biting Palm Ninja, since this also has Menace already. And then if I enhance this, his 3-2 can still go in front, whereas a 4-4 is difficult to deal with. So sure, I think I like this. And then we definitely take out the Kappa here, and this gains Menace. Opponent doesn't have black mana, so I can safely run out my island. Since there's less of a likelihood he has Biting Palm, not Biting Palm Ninja, alright, so Tameshi can go. We definitely want to exile Tameshi. Yeah, we can't let Tameshi stick around. That card is no joke. So it's not going to be easy next turn. Since, let's see. So it's only whenever it dies. So if I kill it this turn, I guess he can't really cast a creature on top. Let's see how it works. I've never seen anyone play this card against me, so I might just pull the plug on the Life of Tashiro and take it from there. I guess I could also use Life of Tashiro pump in attack. And then he would have to 2-for-1 himself against the Nezumi Blade Blesser instead. Opponent has, you know, Kappa Tech Wrecker, which is scary, along with Tameshi, but the rest of the other cards here don't seem all that scary. So now what? If I play Papercraft Decoy, this will gain Death Touch. He can still double block it and kill it. Maybe I can Life with the Shiro Disc, kill it, and then just attack with Nezumi Blade Blesser and be fine. Since he'll have Death Touch. Let's, first things first, let's start out by taking out the Kami Egg and see what's up. Yeah, I don't think he can cast it, especially if it is an instant speed. I guess he can. Oh, it does come out? That's very interesting. Alright, we learned something new, so let's play the Papercraft Decoy. And then, I guess we're fine attacking with just the 3-2. Even if he sacrificed something to make it indestructible. It's still 2-for-1, we're still trading Selfless Samurai and a creature for it. So I guess this is fine. I guess he can attack, tap, and give one of his Samurai's lifelink next turn, which is again okay. I'm fine blocking, he can give it indestructible, also draw a card off of Papergraph. This will lose Death Touch, I guess. And I guess if I trade this off, I also don't get to activate my Roadside for X = 2, so maybe I wait a turn, have the opponent gain 3 life with the attack, and take it from there. Or I'm fine maybe blocking this anyway, since that's drawing 3. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I'm fine gaining 3 or taking 3, although this is going to be annoying later. So maybe I just block and hope I top deck an artifact eventually. Yeah, I'm going to go for it here, so he doesn't keep gaining life. And then he can sack the Selfless Samurai and I should be okay. Yeah, I'm trading Samurai for Decoy and I get to draw a card. Ooh, okay, trade happens. So he doesn't want to sacrifice this Samurai. Fair enough. Shadow Walker's pretty good. Geothermal Kami, nothing to pick up, but still a pretty good blocker. So next turn, what do I want to do here? Probably +2/+2. Since neg 1 doesn't do anything. And then I guess I can pump the Nezumi Blade Blesser since it has Menace. If I pump this, he can still double block with both. And I might want Disenchantment lying around. Disenchantment. I guess if I pump both, I would trade for both of these. So that's not too bad. Whereas if I pump here, I only get to trade 1 even if I double block. So yeah, I'm down to get in for 6 here. And I guess I can also just attack with the Blade Blesser as well. I mean, either way, this is still okay, I think. And then Shrine Store can get me the second Twisted Embrace, and then maybe I can sack the Reliquary and draw 2, given that this is an artifact. And none of these are also Samurai, so he doesn't get the life gain boost, so yeah, this is an interesting match. Yeah, if he double blocks, then he can still sack the Selfless Samurai, but I still get to kill one of these at least. And then I'll put the Koi first since it flies. I can also ninjutsu here, but I think it's fine just having him take 3. And then run out the Shrine Storts. And then I'm still gonna kill the Koi here, so it's okay. So it's still 2 for 1, and I'm happy with it. Next turn I can attack with both. Instead of I'm not really in a hurry to Twisted Embrace a Geothermal Kami. Plus if he has any instances he can blow me out. So maybe I'm happy attacking with both. Opponent attacks. Interesting, maybe I'm fine blocking. Yeah, this is a strange attack. I guess there's a chance he could have a Springleaf Avenger. Yeah, I think I trade here, even though I lose out on a bit of value. There's a chance he has Springleaf Avenger to ninjutsu and then get back a permanent, which I don't want him to do. Just to be frame them off, sure. So I can ninjutsu this and then recast it this turn, so let's attack. And then, yeah, we'll just do it here just because it's more damage. And I can still replay the Blade Blesser. And then hope he doesn't have double white for Farewell, which is a pretty scary card. Overall, my opponent has some good uncommons, but it's just a mix of like weird synergies and cards I'm not particularly scared of. I gotta keep in mind you can cast a creature at instant speed, so I need to be careful about that. And then I could also just Twisted Embrace here, or just I guess reconfigure onto Blade Blesser and we should win. So this is fine. Reconfigure. And then, yeah, he would need to deal with the Menacer and chump block the 5/5 in order to win, so no need for me to use Twisted Embrace on a 2/1. Just take it safe. And Play has a Story Weave, that's fine, I guess he gets to make a 2/4 here. So he can still chump, and he can still block the 2/4, I guess eat my 2/4, chump the 5/5, take 5 down to 1. It's fair enough. So he also has this as a trick. I mean, still going down to 5, so either way, he should have maybe at least blocked Tashiro to eat it for free. But yeah, that's just game over. Opponent's deck is kind of janky. And then we'll just I didn't really have to waste time to Twisted Embrace, but yeah. Gotta be careful with Story Weave. Gotta watch out for Kappa Tech Wrecker. Gotta watch out for Coil Fang Stalker being able to get back to Kappa Tech Wrecker. So what do we want to throw in here? I don't think we want to throw in much. Yeah, to just keep playing it out. Overall, the sideboard options are just kind of niche and don't really accomplish much. Opening hand, no black mana. We're on the draw. I think it's fine to mulligan. I don't really want to, again, if we don't hit our black mana, this is going to be pretty rough. We also don't have any artifacts for a Roadside Reliquary. We also mulligan last game, but it's still fine. We'll keep. And then, guess I had to bottom the Shrine Steward. Even though that can fetch me a second Twisted Embrace, it's kind of awkward when I already have one. So this is fine. Hopefully the opponent doesn't drop a Ninja Turtle on 2. That's okay. Fine trading Decoy. Even though I might not draw a card, I'm fine just blocking this and holding this off. Attacks. This could be Story Weave. He does Story Weave next turn, but maybe I can force it and then eventually kill it with Twisted Embrace. Either way, this is a fine trade. Even if I don't draw a card, it's still annoying enough that I get rid of it. Recovery Union, alright, that's a pretty good one. Especially since that can get back his creature. And I don't really have any ways to deal with it, so I'll probably leave with Ink Rise. And say go. So yeah, just being able to get back the Selfless Samurai is kind of annoying. And I don't really have any ways to deal with this. So he can attack, get back to Selfless. And I'll have to take 3. I don't have much instant speed that can deal with this either, so it's, again, not going to be easy. Just take it. Double black, can Twisted Embrace and hit for 2. I don't hate that. Other than that, it's Armguard Familiar and Life of Tashiro, which are also fine, but it's not a permanent answer to this, and if I try to step a double block, I'm going to lose everything, so I guess it's Twisted Embrace time. And then I can't really block this either way, so I'll hit for 2. He can attack for 3, and then he can just keep getting back, so pretty annoying strategy. Dragon's Kami Reborn. Okay, I could just kill it now. But the thing is, he can just cast a creature off the top. So maybe I just double spell here. Maybe keep the 2-3 back to hold off the 2-2, although, again, he's most likely just going to crew an attack for 3. I guess that's okay. Or maybe I should stay back since he can gain 2 life if he attacks alone. Yeah, maybe I just stay back and say go. And this, I don't want to Umezawa this because I know what it can do. I don't want to give him a Tameshi. So I could triple block this, and if he has Story Weave, that's going to become a problem. Maybe I can take 3 and then keep up mana next turn and take it from there. I mean, if he does this, then I can still block maybe. He can get it back, but at least we can prevent 2. Maybe see a Story Weave here, not sure. I guess if it dies, I can at least get it back. Yeah, Story Weave, here comes. Authority, alright, at least it's just a pump trick and not much. I can play out the Silver Fur Master. Guess that's okay too. And then maybe I just run out the Life to show just to gain life as opposed to attack. And say go. Tameshi, that's a problem. Now that can get back the vehicle. So yeah, that's going to be an issue, and I can't really block the vehicle, otherwise I will lose a creature, so we need to find an answer to Tameshi. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to, you know, maybe keep this back to just block it. I do have lethal exploits. That's a strange attack. I mean, I guess it's a free block unless he has another trick. And he has an intervention, so might as well bait it out while we can. Just try to eat up his resources. Shadow Walker, but I don't have any good attacks. I could ninjutsu for 3, but again, it's not going to do anything, so I don't know if I should even reconfigure either. I guess if I can reconfigure onto this, it's going to at least be a 3-1, so we can at least block the 2-2. He can get back, but that's fine. I don't want to trade for the vehicle because he can again get back with Tameshi. So I need to eventually find, like, I guess, lethal exploit for Tameshi. So we'll just take 3. Nothing for him to get back from his sideboard. I mean, from his graveyard. Attacks with Tameshi, that's really odd. I guess he could have another combat trick if he attacks with Tameshi. Do I hope to block it? Nope, so let's take 3. I mean, he doesn't have a target of Tameshi, so he can't just draw cards for no reason, so he needs a target. So we just need to stall until we find our lethal exploits for Tameshi, or some good ground blocker that can help us stabilize. Yeah, you can't activate an opponent. It doesn't work that way, you need a legal target. Yeah, I think he's trying to activate it to I don't know. If he bounces this back to his hand, he doesn't get to draw because it's a creature. So I guess I can attack for 4 next turn. Although he can then cast a creature. Igandro Exemplar is going to become a problem. Yeah, Blade Blesser also just doesn't do much. I could attack with a Silver for Master, but then he can chump with the Dragon Egg and cast a creature. And then once this ends up in the graveyard, he can just get it back. So we're probably in a bad spot here. So I'll take a Blade Blesser, maybe take some hits, and then hope for the best. Once we can answer Tameshi, we can maybe set up some good blocks and take it from there. You can attack for 3 with the Selfless Samurai. So I need a good blocker for this. Alright, just attacking for 3. Alright, he's attacking a Fall. I'll take that so he doesn't get the pump bonus. Sure. I think I like this. And hopefully he knows that he messed up. He can of course get back the Igandro Exemplar, but I don't want to take too much damage, so this is fine. So let's see if he has anything. Next turn I can attack with a creature and ninjutsu the Kuchi Shadowwalker. I probably want to... I'm hoping I can maybe ninjutsu the Memory of Toshiro, so I can take out the Igandro Exemplar. Okay, he does this instead. It still trades. I guess he's going to sack this to give an Indestructible. Fair enough. I can still get this back eventually, so that's fine. Twisted Embrace is awesome, so where do I want Twisted Embrace? Probably on the Memory of Toshiro. And then keep the Blade Blesser back to trade, since it has Death Touch anyways. Or I can put it onto my Arm Guard Familiar to trade, I guess. And then Blade Blesser has Menace. So I can maybe sneak in for 3 and start applying a bit of pressure. Although I guess this is going to become a 4/4. I guess he can also attack with this next turn. So, yeah, let's just put it here. Take out Tameshi. And then he's going to try to crew, attack, and then we can still trade for it. Yeah, we'll see go. Crews, attacks, get back to Selfless Samurai, but we can take out the Imperial Recovery units. I guess I can still double block here. Although if I lose the artifact, I lose Death Touch. But maybe it's still fine trading Arm Guard for the Nezumi Blade Blesser, since this takes a lot to reconfigure anyways. So maybe I'm better off doing this as opposed to putting in the Blade Blesser. Please don't have anything. As I say that, he has something, so rip. Opponent just has to rely on top decks all day. Right, we'll just run out the Kami, and then we'll just get back our Silver Fur Master. And then we probably want to double block the recovery unit. He sacks it, gives it an indestructible. But we got baited out eventually, so... Attacks with both, interestingly. I could just trade here or force the Selfless Samurai, just sack here. And if I attack, I guess he's going to block anyway, so let's just double block this, or... I guess doing this prevents more damage, so let's do this instead. Yeah, this is pretty annoying, but I think we can stabilize this opponent against this opponent if I can get a land, perhaps. Kappa Tech Wrecker. Alright, opponent's just top decking his way into lethal. So now what's... I probably need to use the lethal exploit on the 3/4 next turn and then block and kill it. Again, he gets back to Selfless Samurai. So I guess I can at least run out the Silver Fur Master here. I don't really want him to block with the 0/1, even though I can maybe do some ninjutsu shenanigans. Yeah, we'll just say go. I could have also killed the Exemplar and hope he didn't crew. Destroys my Kami instead, sure, fair enough. And he doesn't really get to exile anything because there's no enchantments. I'm hoping he actually removes it, but he doesn't. So now I want to take out the Samurai, because if I don't, he can just give the Kappa indestructible. So Pone was able to generate a lot of value off of the Imperial recovery units, along with his combat tricks. Ambusher isn't bad. Yeah, I guess I might as well try to get in while I can, or maybe I just play this and trade for maybe the 4/3 and say go. Maybe the game is to have him deck himself and for me to just sit back and do nothing. Imperial Subduer, that's a good one, and this is also a Samurai, so he gets to tap down my Ambusher and I'll have to take 4. Or 5. I have a 6/6 now, and we can say go. This is an interesting attack. I think I block here because if he connects, he's going to exile my ambusher anyways. So might as well trade and gain life in the process while I can. And the Koi is going to start beating down the air now, so... Right, Twisted Embrace is a nice one. Can Twisted Embrace, I guess, the Koi. Maybe I should have put it on the 6/6. And say go. I guess now he can tap down my 6/6, but I'll have to take 5, which isn't great. But I still don't have any good blocks. I need to get a good top deck next turn. Otherwise, I'm forced to chump, which is not a thing I want to do. So we'll see. Gotta keep in mind the opponent has double Wanderer's Intervention, Story Weave, so lots of pump tricks that allows him to be aggressive. So I might need to not block for certain turns, or try to blade out some of the blocks. Moonsnare Specialist isn't bad. And I can even bounce the Igonjo Exemplar to reset the counters. And again, I'm probably going to have to win the game in the air with maybe a Inkrise Infiltrator, since I don't, because he probably has some cards with the Dragon's Kami Reborn. I don't want him to get any creatures back, so probably just need to hope to win with it. We'll say go. Opponent can attack, tap down the Shadow Walker, but I can still block and trade for the trade here. But the opponent has Repel, so we're probably just going to be dead here. Or maybe we're forced to, I guess we can still block here. I guess we're just dead, so... Alright, fair enough. Close match, but opponent just had to be on the play and top decked a lot of powerful spells and was able to get the whole loop going. So alright, let's round out the final match. And yeah, we'll just keep it as it is. I can play around combat tricks with Planar Incision. I guess Spell Pierce could be a thing too, but sometimes he can just pay for it, so we'll just keep it as it is and be careful about when we want to block. And then we'll be on the play. Hope we don't have to mulligan like the first one. Our Life of Tashiros are pretty good against his Exemplar as well. So we need to be a little bit careful whenever he's attacking, so... Overall, his deck doesn't seem that grindy outside Tameshi. And this hand is not amazing, but we can function off of 1 black mana for a couple of turns. So we'll keep. And then not sure which color matters here. I guess I'll still run out of Swamp just in case I get blue mana. I might want to play the Armguard Familiar next turn. Decoy isn't the worst. Could always just run out the decoy and offer to trade, and it does a little bit more damage. It's also a frog, keep in mind, funny enough. If you ever get, Kappa Tech Wrecker. Yeah, that's a problem. So how do I deal with the Kappa Tech Wrecker? I guess I should just attack first and see what's up. So, if he exiles my decoy, am I fine with that? Yeah, I think I'm fine with that, and I can still draw a card off of it, so I think if I just pass the turn and do nothing, since it still leaves the battlefield and I still draw a card. So I'm actually happy if he decides to do that. So Dragon's Kami is reborn again. But I don't have to really kill it. Opponent stays back still, sure, fair enough. And then we might as well attack again. And then I'm happy to trade. Probably fine not drawing a card off of this, although drawing a card would be nice. Into a land, into life with Tashiro, so do I risk it here? Probably not. We just need to run out life with Tashiro, I think. Since it's just too risky if we don't get our land, then we'll never have a chance to answer the Kappa Tech Wrecker. And we have enough playables in our hands already, so... yeah. The worst feeling is not getting a land. Let's see if we would have gotten a land. If we didn't, then we did the right thing. If we did, then we got punished a bit. Impure recovery units is a problem. I guess we would have gotten a land anyways. So if that can attack and get back Kappa, we're in trouble. And I also don't have anything else. Alright, I guess we'll say go. I'm hoping he doesn't have a creature to crew an attack with this. Otherwise, him getting back Kappa Tech Wrecker is definitely going to be huge. Sky Swimmer Coin, now he can attack and get back to Kappa. Right, that's going to be rough. And I probably need to Twisted Embrace the 3/3 anyways. And then he might have a combat trick next turn to also do some work. So now what? Probably need to kill the Koi. And then set up a double block. Although the double block is again just going to mess me up if he has a combat trick, so we'll see. I guess he would need 3 power. I guess he can just run out Kappa. Blizzard Blade Kasuni is still 2 power. Yeah, I guess he can still crew. I can't think of any green or blue combat tricks, so if he crews, I'm still going to double block and lose my 2/3, but then he doesn't get to recur to Kappa loop over and over. I guess he's just going to hardcast it, fair enough. So now what? Yeah, if he connects, I guess he wants to exile the memory of Tashiro. I could just attack with a memory, but then he's just going to get out the 3/4. Maybe it's a turn where I just need to run out Shadow Walker and try to race. Or at least have a good blocker. If he exiles Tashiro, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, other than that, I can run out Ambusher to hope to block the 1/3, but then I would have to trade it, and then he'll just get it back, so maybe this is the turn to actually get out the Shadow Walker here. So I can hit for 5 and then have a pretty good blocker in the future turns. Didn't see too many fight spells from my previous opponent, so from this opponent, so I think I'm fine running it, getting out a 5/5. And then we'll say go. Yeah, the recovery unit is surprisingly good in this deck. So we're probably going to take 1, have him exile my 2/3, and then hope he doesn't have a way to rebalance the Kappa Tech Wrecker. Ganjo, I do have a second life with Tashiro to answer it, but again, he can get it back. So we're probably just gonna hopefully block maybe the Blizzard Blade Katsuni if he attacks with Fall. If he does attack with Blizzard Blade, I assume there's a combat trick. Yeah, there's probably a combat trick, but I gotta make him use it. Otherwise, this dies for nothing. So probably see a Story Weave or hopefully just Regent's Authority so I can deal with this later. And a Story Weave it is, so rip. At least the 5/5 can still block it. So blue mana isn't bad. So we can life with the Shiro. I guess we'll have to block the 4/4 next turn. What else can I do? I guess I can run out Arm Guard from Makotai Ambusher to halt the Kappa Tech Wrecker. This is going to become the biggest problem, but I think we might want to just do this. Destroy the 2-1. And then, yeah, the recovery unit is going to be a problem because he can get back Kappa. I guess I'll just double spell and then maybe wait for a turn where I can actually draw 2 cards with the Roadside Reliquary and hopefully find some removal with the Blazer Blade. I might have to chump this or just take 8, honestly, since I can't afford to lose a Shadow Walker, since it's the only thing that can really hold off the Imperial Recovery unit for now. So probably need to take 8, unfortunately. If he's going to crew an attack, then I might want to set up something else. I could also double block Kappa. I mean, it's still 1-for-1. Assuming he doesn't have a combat trick, so I'm going to go for it here. And hope he doesn't have anything. Alright, that's pretty good. He can get back, but I can, at least it's still a 1-for-1. It's not the end of the world. And I can still chump and then block the 3-4 next turn if I have to. Geothermal Kami, bounces back Kami, although it needs to die, right? So if he bounces it back, he doesn't get the draw card. Which is okay. Decides not to, sure. And I probably just want to gain 2 life here. Yep, and I'm probably just going to run out the Ambusher and then keep up the Reliquary to stack end of turn. Could also keep this up, but I think this is okay. And I'm probably going to chump the 4-4 and take it slowly. Just need to find removal for this. He can, again, get back to stupid Kappa, so I need to block everything next turn because he can just run out the Kappa. That's not a... Unfortunately, this isn't a Samurai. So I should be okay, or I can just trade the Shadow Walker anyways. First things first, let's draw. Alright, we have Lethal Exploits, so I could take the risk and just go down to 8. I mean, it's not that bad of an idea, although if he has a Regent's Authority, we're screwed. So maybe I do just chump and then just take and then use a Lethal Exploit next turn as a trick. Because I don't really want this Imperial Recovery unit just attacking constantly. And we also have Death Touch with the Blade Blesser, so this is good. Say go. That's fine. So I could still trade for the Blade Blesser. And then we can still trade for the Imperial Recovery units. And then it's a 3-3, so question is, do I double block it? Probably not. Probably just want to trade 1-for-1 and take it from there. Don't know what this accomplishes. Infiltrator seems fine. And also have mana to pump it in case I need to trade it off. And we'll see go. I'll eventually have mana to pump it twice too, even. So now what? Do I need to keep the Blade Blesser back? I guess I can pump this and double block the Imperial Recovery unit and trade for the 5-4. That doesn't seem too bad, but however, I probably need to Death Toucher for this Matt Tails next turn. So maybe I just take it. Taking it isn't the worst. There's a chance I also get a second land. I think I just take 5 here. Can't really afford to throw my resources under the bus at this stage. And then we have land now, so we can activate the Inkrise Infiltrator twice, making it into a 5/6, I guess. Yes, a 5/6, so now I can block the Tails of Master Shishiro and get away with it. And hope he doesn't have anything. And we can still block everything too. I don't know what this implies. Hope he doesn't have a way to blow me out. So, just for safety reasons, I guess this is only, yeah, I just guess for safety reasons we want to block here and I guess block here. And then we can still block Recovery Unit next turn or double block with these two ground creatures. I guess he has another trick, a Wanderer's Intervention, fair enough. Opponent's just a top deck god. At least we can deal with both of these. Opponent can get back Kappa Tech Wrecker, but we can at least double block the Imperial Recovery Unit next turn. And hopefully hope for some better top decks. Yeah, it's pretty crappy that he can get back the Kappa and totally mess us up now. But it is what it is. Yeah, this is rough. Well, gotta do it. Probably has another combat trick here. Yeah, the opponent just running a million combat tricks and just running away with the game. It's kind of saddening actually. Oh well, that's our match. I think we lost. Yeah, Biting Palm Ninja's a little bit too late, so yeah, he was able to just grind us out with recovery units and a bunch of weird combat tricks. So okay. Lost to Dragon's Kami Reborn. We didn't really have any way to interact with the Imperial Recovery Unit. I think that was the card that actually won him the game, actually. The Recovery Unit. Alright, we'll just play another one and hope we don't run across issues like that again. The fact that the opponent was able to just top deck combat tricks also just didn't make it any better. Like that turn where we blocked with the 5/6, he literally just drew into the Wanderer's Intervention. I guess we're facing each other again. Alright, it's time for me to get my revenge. Let's go. So they paired us up again. Alright, we'll keep this. No blue mana, but we get to rerun it again. Same guy, and then we get to punish him this time with Life of Tashiro. And hope he doesn't have his recovery units into Kappa Tech Wrecker. Norika, alright, I guess I can get it back. A little bit annoying, but maybe we can get rid of it next turn with the Twisted Embrace. Didn't see that one in the first match, so he gets to get a bit of value with the Iganjo back, but I mean, either way, it's just still kind of a free card for life. I guess he gets to get back the card advantage, so no blocks. So now what? If I run out Silver for Master, I could attack and use Moonsnare Specialist to put him back, but that doesn't really accomplish much. I think I'm happy just actually using Twisted Embrace, taking out Norika, and attach it onto my memory and hope there's no weird trick here. Nope. And I can block the Iganjo Exemplar now and hit for 2. I mean 1. Could also put into Inkrise Infiltrator, but this is just a better blocker in case he has his Kappa Tech Wrecker. I guess I might want to put it here so then I can attack and then ninjutsu this back and recast it next turn to take this out. We'll see. Although I don't really want to bounce this either. But I'm fine blocking this. He could use a Regent's Authority for all I care. Repel. Alright, fair enough. And then now what? Probably fine attacking using Moonsnare Specialist on the 2/2. Could also just play Silver for a Master and keep this back. I guess it would be a trade. Don't really want to bounce this back, honestly. Guess I'm fine with the trade. Or I can just keep this back, and then if he doesn't attack, then I can just use this, but he could also follow the other Samurai. So this hand is definitely kind of awkward. I guess I'm fine running this out, and then offering the trade, and then getting it back with Kami. And then if he puts counters onto it, then I'll bounce it back with Moonsnare Specialist, so I guess this is okay, and we can say go. So it's probably a combat trick, but again, fine baiting it out. And then we can always buy it back with Kami of Restless Shadows, and we can always bounce this back if we have to. You could also have interaction with the silver for Master, yeah. So then if he interacts with this, then he gets to 2-for-1 me. But we didn't see much. We saw pump spells last game. Alright, this trade is fine. Could be a recovery unit. Dragon's Kami's Reborn. I can actually bounce a token once it comes out with the Moonsnare Specialist. So it doesn't die, it just leaves the battlefield, and then we're fine just running out the Kami, I guess. So we can get back Inkrise Infiltrator. And then, do I attack with the 2/2? I mean, he could have Intervention, but maybe I should have attacked first. Yeah, I should have attacked first, now he has Intervention. Yep. So I should have attacked first and then cast Kami to get it back, but getting this back is still fine. I can also do some silly things like ninjutsu the Kami of Restless Shadows. And then just replay it. I guess that never hurts. I can just replay it and get back Silver for Master. And I can just maybe just ignore this Dragon's Kami. Alright, let's just do that then. I guess I can just rebounce everything, say go, and then bounce the Dragon's Kami token next turn. It doesn't count as dying. Blizzard Blade Katsuni is a little bit annoying. Although Twisted Embrace is nice off the top too, but first things first, let's attack. And then let's, before damage, we want a ninjutsu. And then we get to bounce a 0/1, which doesn't count as dying. I guess this is fine. I messed this one up, I think. I guess I'll just run out to Kami now. Offer the trade for the 2/2 instead. And get back the Silver for Master. And I'm fine trading for a 2/2. I thought this would kill the token, but never mind, it was the Saga, so I kind of messed that one up. And then this could be a trick, but I'm fine trading for a trick. Opponent's full of tricks. Story Weave is fine, so now I can kill this with the Twisted Embrace. If he keeps up his mana, he could have another trick, but nope. Just gonna do that. So now I can run Silver for Master, Twisted Embrace, and then attack for 4 with the Moon Snare Specialist. So first things first, Silver Fur Master. Twisted Embrace. Take out the 4/4. Attack for 4. And then run out Ink Rise, and then we can still block the 2/4 to prevent a Ninja Turtle next turn. I guess the Ninja Turtle wouldn't do much. And then we can just keep everything in exile and just win in the air, hopefully. So Moth Rider Patrol, also just medium. Decides to attack, interesting. I'll block for free. The Azumi Blade Blesser is quite good, so now we can attack. And activate. Could also activate again. Since playing out Blade Blesser is okay. But this way we can get in the most damage while we can. Opponent gets to keep some creatures in exile, but that's pretty much it. Opponent can start tapping down my 2/3. I guess he's going to attack. Is this a ninja? I don't really agree with this play from the opponent, but I guess I'll take it. So I don't want to attack into the Dragon's Kami. Yeah, I guess I can activate once and then play both creatures now. Opponent could have a Farewell. Didn't see it in the first game and didn't see it in the second, so I'll just run it out and hope he doesn't have Farewell. If he does, it's game over. Alright, this is really tense. I can just attack with the Infiltrators and get through even if he taps it down. I don't think I'm blocking even if he has a Pump Trick. Decides not to tap, so I guess maybe I can force a chump. If we see an intervention, I can pump in response. So I don't even need to pump the Ink Rise Infiltrator, I can just pump this one. Alright, so I can just pump this and see what's up. If he tries to interact, then I'll pump again. It's probably another intervention, but I can still pump again in response, and I can just let damage happen here. So he tries to use intervention, it's still going to be a 2-for-1. Alright, hope this isn't a Farewell, but it does imply he has a Farewell if he's chumping like this. Nope, just a Selfish Samurai. And yeah, I think the opponent had an intervention, but didn't, but realized that I can pump my way out of it, so that was fun. Let's just keep playing. I guess I have a second Blade Blesser from the sideboard I could have considered as well. Maybe it's an improvement over, say, the 2-drop, the 2/1. Although it's not that big of a difference. This hand is kind of awkward. So as you can see, if we don't have any early enablers, our hands can be awkward, so I think I'll mulligan on the draw. And we'll try to keep this one. I guess we want to bomb the Ambusher. Although Ambusher gives us an artifact for Roadside Reliquary, I can maybe risk it and bomb a land. Maybe that's what I have to do on the draw. Life of Tashiro can mess with the Eiganjo Exemplar if he plays out on turn 2 again. And yeah, he does it again, so hopefully he doesn't have Machiko. I guess I have Lethal Exploit for Machiko, so... Could see maybe a Kappa Tech Wrecker. I mean, your Norika, not Machiko. Don't really care about this 3-3, honestly. Like, I could -1 it and Lethal Exploit, but it's not that big of a deal. So I'm fine gaining 2, and we can run out the Blade Blaster, which will have Menace. And then save Lethal Exploit for something scarier, like whatchamacallit, Tameshi. Kami's fine. I can still attack for 3. Yeah, I can still attack for 3, just run out an Ink Rise. Don't think I need to Lethal Exploit anything. I could also cheese out the Ambusher, but it's too expensive to recast the Blade Blaster, so I'm just going to play this out as they go. And I probably don't want to block the Geothermal Kami, given that he has all these weird combat tricks in his deck. So probably just going to take 4 here. He could also have a Ninja Turtle, but that's going to be a lot of mana, so I'm fine if he has it. If he does, rip Toshiro. But yeah, it's going to be 4 mana to recast it again. Norika, so that's a better target for Lethal Exploit. Yeah, which we're going to probably do now. And then I could also, I guess I can attack with both of these. I guess I can keep this attack with both and then keep back and then ninjutsu out the Makotai Ambusher to give this Death Touch so he doesn't have any tricks with this. And then have a Memory Toshiro that I can recast again. I think that's fine. Although, maybe I'm fine if he, yeah, I don't care if he has a Ninja Turtle here. Let's just do this. Get some value. And then we get to recast Memory of Toshiro to attack past certain creatures. Maybe this will force him on defense now. If he has Ninja Turtle, he can exile my Makotai Ambusher, but that's fine. Grove Archer, okay. So I can pump with Life of Toshiro next turn, or I can use a Twisted Embrace. Alright, interesting. So I also have Lethal Exploits, so yeah, let's just run out life. We can pump the, I guess the Makotai Ambusher to deal more damage. I guess he has Wanderer's Intervention this turn, so I might need to be careful. Yeah, it's probably the Intervention. And if it's the Intervention, then I probably want Infiltrator to die. So let's move to combat. Attack with both. And then if he uses Intervention on Uprise Infiltrator, then I can, right, Regent's Authority. I guess it's gonna get a counter, but then I can Lethal Exploit to trade. I'm hoping this fails. Yeah, it's probably gonna fail here, so yeah, it's nice that we kept up Lethal Exploit here. So now we get a nice 2-for-1 and messes up his combat tricks, so we get to do what the opponent did to us the previous game. Tails, that's fine. Now I can kill this and then get in for a nice hit. Yeah, let's pump the Infiltrator. The Flyer is going to be our win condition. And then, yep, we can attack with all, and that's lethal. Good game, our opponent. Sure, that's not going to save him. So yeah, opponent stole our win, so we get to take it back. Sweet. I'm actually down for another rematch, so I'm going to queue up again and hope to face this opponent. I actually like our matches. The only thing that saves them, I think, is the Imperial Recovery Unit. So I should bump that card a little bit higher on my pick order, but I still think it's only good if you have 2 drops you can recur back, like Selfless Samurai, the Watchdog, the Spirited Companion, and and of course Kappa Tech Wrecker. But outside of that, it's kind of clunky. and awkward to get going since it's 3 to crew, and if there's instant speed, you kind of get blown out. Alright, someone different. Let's go on the play. Opening hand seems okay. I guess, we might as well keep since we're on the play. We can always just play Silver Fur and then suit up on it. We'll see. So it's kind of awkward not having the network disruptors on 1. Since it would be nice to hit for 2, like, for example, this turn with the Silver Fur. And then we can back up Silver Fur with our suit up. Probably see a lethal exploit himself. Alright, rip. We do have a 5-drop that can get back. Just run out the Biting Palm Ninja, why not? Attack, get a card out of his hand, and then we can also threaten to ninjutsu back this later. Patchwork Automaton. Pretty good, but we can lethal exploit it, but first things first, let's attack. And then let's get rid of a juicy card out of his hand. Katose, Assassin's League I think I want to get rid of over Katose. Katose is pretty annoying, but I do have ways to answer her already, and I don't want my ninja to die. Next turn, opponent can play the Arm Guard Familiar, and then I can blow him out with the lethal exploit if he double blocks, so yeah, let's just get rid of this. And I think I hold on to my removal spells and we can say go. And then I'm hoping he goes for a double block, so again I can lethal exploit. Next turn I should be able to play paid for reward. I can also suit up to blow him out as well. Or suit up now. I guess he could have his own Twisted Embrace. So we'll see. His own Arm Guard, sure. If he attacks with it, that's also another story. Okay, I guess we just say go. And then we just attack. And then I might actually suit up instead. So I can cycle it and draw into something, although suit up's pretty good against the Katose. But I guess I have Twisted Embrace for Katose. So let's see here. Probably list this first, and then before damage, I can lethal exploit. But maybe it's better to suit up here just to cycle this and blow him out. Yeah, sure. And we can maybe save lethal exploit for maybe the Trespassers next turn. If I attack, he blocks, I can use the lethal exploit to take it out. I guess I can reconfigure here. Make it harder to interact, and then this can hit for 4. And if he bounces it, it's going to be pretty bad since I can get back the menace counter. And there's not much here that can interact with the 5-4 here. Opponent also blue-black, but more focused on artifacts. Construct is kind of cute with, whatchamacallit, the Modern Ages. But we'll attack for 5. And I could just lethal exploit the 5-2-1 now, in case he has a Modern Age, but I'll hold on to it in case we want to do something else next turn. Interesting, could be a ninja, but if it is, I'll just kill it. Alright, I think I kill it here because he just gets to draw a card, and this is more important to take out than the construct. Could also have his own planar incision here. Sure, that's cute. Alright, he gets to draw 2 cards. So that's good. I can still trade for it and draw a card next turn with the Papercraft decoy, so yeah, I think since he's playing black, he could have Virus Beetle, so I'm not going to play out my land and just say go. So opponent needs to stay back. I guess I can also just unreconfigure an attack, and then I can still pay for the paper craft decoy. Yeah, let's just do that. Don't think I want to use Twisted Embrace, since he can still survive this turn. Alright, sweet. So opponent's also doing blue-black with ninjas and artifacts. Although more artifact focused than ninjas, I think. Typically speaking, I prefer to be more ninjas than artifacts. So I could take the Arm Guard Familiar here. But I'm also liking getting the Blade Blesser down. Honestly, like, this is a fine 2-drop, but it's kind of underwhelming. And then we can have at least a 3-2, which can do some more work. I haven't been very impressed with this card, to be honest. What else is there? Do I cut the decoy and take Arm Guard? Probably want the decoy since it can at least draw me a card, potentially. Yeah, nothing much. Could even run the Kaito's Pursuit, but it's not a card it's a weird card that's kind of situational at times. So let's just try out the second Blade Blesser and see how this goes. Although Blade Blesser does trade down against him due to the Moon Circuit Hacker being a 2-1, so maybe it's not that great after all. So maybe I should have just stuck with the 2-1 as opposed to the 3-2. And this hand is interesting. No blue mana, but Ink Rise and Exploit could be fine, especially on the draw. And we got our blue mana, so that's good. Gotta keep in mind, opponent has Exploit, so might not want to run Silver for Master out. But I'm happy exploiting the Moon Circuit Hacker here. Puzzle Maker we can answer eventually, so we'll just run this out. Question is, do I kill it? I think I do. Question is, do I block it? I also think I do. He could use his own Suit Up, but that's fine if he wants to trade Suit Up for Ink Rise. It's fine with me. Yep. Specialist. Alright, don't mind bouncing this for a turn to just get out of the way, and then we can maybe set up a Twisted Embrace on it or use our own Suit Up to blow him out. Decoy, alright, that's pretty good too. And his own lethal exploits, although that allows me to run out the Silver for Master then. Guess I can grab Shrine Steward now and get my Twisted Embrace. 5 mana 3-2 draw card isn't bad. Probably just take 2 here and hope he doesn't get out of Crazy Ninja. Nope, no ninjas. I mean, the Moon Circuit Hacker could also just be his only ninja. And I think I'm fine running out of Twisted Embrace here, although I could just attack and use Suit Up. I do leave out 1 damage. Maybe I'm fine using Twisted Embrace, given that he knows about it already, and it's kind of awkward if I don't play it out. So yeah, just get rid of this and smash for 4. Which is a lot. And this makes it more difficult to block with the Papercraft Decoy. Opponent probably has Katose since he's looking at my graveyard. And hope he doesn't grab Ink Rise because I have a second one. But he can grab everything. I guess I have a second lethal exploit you could steal. But yeah, I think this is Katose since he's looking at the graveyard, and I probably just want to take out Katose right away with Twisted Embrace. There it is. You can look into my entire hand, so I don't have a second Moonsnare Specialist. But now he knows about my entire hand, and he can play around everything, so I probably just want to Twisted Embrace the 4-4 and smash for 5. I could also attack, and if he doesn't block, I can ninjutsu and get my eventually get a third Twisted Embrace. But I think that's too much of a stretch. But now he knows about my Suit Up. I'm gonna have to kill this before he can deploy Moonsnare Specialist. Yeah, let's just get rid of Katose now. And then we might as well run out our Silver for Master. And hit for 5. Because if we don't deal Katose, he gets to use my Moon Snare Specialist, and that's not where I want to be, so... I probably don't want to ninjutsu my Shrine Store, because if I do, I lose all my Twisted Embraces, which could come in handy. Tezzeret's pretty good, alright. It's time to send a team at Tezzeret.
Innovation has no limit.
He could chump, but I can maybe attack for 3. I guess he can chump both. But that's fine. I think definitely Tezzeret needs to go. So I probably want to main phase a Silver for Master as opposed to running out. Or I can Life of Tashiro, which is sweet here. Yeah, let's just do that. And then probably take out Containment Construct. And then run out Silver for Master. Or I guess I can just attack with both. Although if he blocks here, it's only going to deal 4. So I guess we force a chump here. And if he chumps, I guess this puts him down to 2, but then he doesn't get to draw a card off of this. So either way, it's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
I have no patience for failure.
Hopefully no Virus Beetle, but we didn't see one the first game. Invoke was pretty good, so sacrifice a creature. This is rough. I hate losing the Shrine Stort. Okay, so it's sacrifice a creature, then sacrifice an enchantment, and then he gets to draw a card. So if I sacrifice the Shrine Stort, then I can hit for 6 still. If I sacrifice this, I can only hit for 5, since this stays back, so maybe a Shrine Stort goes. I guess I should have, I guess I can stack the enchantment on the stack, that's pretty cool. So I don't lose Life of Tashiro, and I can still take out the Papercraft Decoy. Sure, he gets to draw a card, but at least I don't have a blocker for my 3/3s next turn. Decent card, but it's still a little bit questionable. And if he draws a card, I can also Biting Palm Ninja and steal his thing, and I guess I can ninjutsu back end of turn. So what we want to do is want to hold full control. This is a pretty cool trick. Watch this, guys. You can ninjutsu after combat damage happens, so let's watch this. And then, yep. Use the effect. We get to get rid of, Sudam is probably more annoying than Silver for Master, to be honest. Yeah, let's exile this suit up. And then this is still, after it happens, I can still ninjutsu the Biting Palm Ninja, so you can do some crazy things in the ninja's deck. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So with Kappa Tech Wrecker, you can just keep looping it. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, that's an easy, yeah, 2-0. Sweet. Alright, went 2-1 with this best out of 3 traditional, but that's fine. We can still fire off another traditional draft and hopefully get 3-0. We still get 1,000 gems. And yeah, we had a lot of fun, so let's claim our prize. And we make some of the gems via packs too, so it's not the end of the world. And yeah, let's just fire off another traditional. I need to cut some decks here since my deck lists are full. And we start when we first picked the whatchamacallit, the Life of Tashiro over Kappa Tech Wrecker. just for color preferencing. They're actually both pretty close. But maybe the right choice was Kappa, who knows? I usually don't like to include ninjas in green, unless I'm green-black. This deck was kind of silly. But anyways, yeah, let's just move on and do another traditional. Alrighty, we're finally ready again. That took around 6 minutes. Let's try to get a nice 3-0 this time. Since the first opponent, I mean, it was the same as the second opponent, we had, I think our deck was a lot better, but they just managed to get the Imperial Recovery Unit both games. So let's go. Pack 1, pick 1, traditional Neon Dynasty, best out of 3. We opened up Shigeki, which is a bomb. Essentially, it can do what green is supposed to do in this format, which is supposed to outgrind the other opponent. And the best feeling is when you're a green player and you're facing against another green player and you have a Shigeki and they don't. It's the best feeling in the world because essentially it means you're able to go infinite and outgrind the other green player. So yeah, Shigeki's great. Helps you ramp, helps you get back multiple spells in the late game and then recast them. And then if you have season renewal, you can do the infinite loop over and over. Outside of that, what else? We have Azusa's Many Journeys, which is decent uncommon. And then not much else at common, some fine playables. But yeah, let's first pick a Shigeki and see if we can draft some green. The most contested color, I still think is the second best color in the format, but still good. Still a color I'm happy to be in. Following up Shigeki, Invoke Despair is fine, but it's definitely difficult to cast. If I was already in a green deck that has if in a green deck that's green-black with some fixing like Grafted Growth, I would take it here. However, the best common in this pack is Spirited Companion, and yeah, it's definitely the best one. I could also maybe speculate on black, green with Dockside Chef, in case I pick up some Virus Beetles. But for the most part, Dockside Chef is only really good if you have multiple Virus Beetles, or if you're playing black-red and this is a powerful sack outlet. It's not all that amazing in black-green, and I really want to be in green to cast Shigeki. So I'm fine taking an off-color card, which I think is the best white common, and over the rest of these other green cards, which I'm hoping to get later. Otherwise, you know, I could speculate on Fang, I could speculate on Jukai, I can speculate on Bamboo. They're all pretty close. Maybe I would take Fang just to have that 1/1 Death Toucher on defense, but I'll still take Spirited Companion here and speculate on green-white potentially. And then this pack, probably just want to take our Season before it goes away. Plays pretty well for Shigeki. And then not much else. Lucky Offering for the sideboard. Maybe March of Burgeoning Life, Burgeoning, don't know how to pronounce this, for 20 gems. Maybe if we pick up some Shrines or some Auras, Shrine Steward could be okay, like our previous draft. But I think Season's pretty good with Shigeki, so I'll take it here. And then here, could take a bit of fixing with Grafted Growth if we end up multicolored, that could be a thing. Guidebot could also be reasonable, but I haven't been very impressed with it so far. It's kind of clunky and kind of expensive to activate. I mean, I could still take it here since fixing is pretty abundant if green is open. And yeah, if we're able to activate this, since green is trying to get to the late game and is trying to stall into the late game, if we're able to just activate this a couple of times, it could maybe take over. So sure, I'm fine taking Guidebot. Otherwise, you know, again, these two are unexciting. I would probably still take Grafted Growth over Era, but this just goes in any deck and gives us some card advantage, so take the Guidebot here. Okay, there's Geothermal Kami and Golden Tail Disciple and Ecologist Terrarium for some fixing. I do like Geothermal Kami with Spirited Companion, and it still keeps me in green. So probably just stick a Geothermal Kami here. Got to keep in mind I need to make sure that my 4-drops don't get too crowded, since there's a lot of there's Geothermal Kami and also Jukai Preserver at 4 in green. But I think given that Spirited Companion, I don't mind taking it here. My second pick here would probably be maybe Golden Tail Disciple, since this card has been kind of overperforming. Although Terrarium could also be reasonable to get a bit more fixing, but I'll take a Geothermal Kami. Cut off some green here. And then I'll probably just take the Golden Tail Disciple now. Hitsuku Consumes Hall, unfortunately, is not very good, and you don't even really want to play it in black-red, since most of your a lot of your permanents are mana value 1 or less. There's a Ninja's Kunai, if I want to maybe end up in having a bit of artifact synergy if I end up black-green. But Golden Tail Disciple is pretty reasonable in a white-green control deck. been kind of impressed with this card. And then we'll take a Fade into Antiquity pretty late, pick 7, so green looks pretty open. And overall, that was the best card in the pack anyways. And in the pack where you pick up Season, that was the best card. So I think green is pretty open, and we're happy to first pick the Jukai, the Shigeki, and get past all these goodies. But yeah, Shigeki is a bomb. Don't underestimate this card. Once you get up to 8 mana, you can return up to 3 cards with Shigeki, including another Season and some more removal, and you can just keep looping things over and over again. So unless you face against another green deck with Shigeki, it's not going to be easy for them to deal with. Take a second Golden Tail. Not sure if I'll play the second copy, but it's again better than every card in this pack. But yeah, kind of been impressed with this. Although I still don't think it's a top. It's not. It's definitely like maybe 3rd or 4th place or even 5th place in terms of white commons. It still doesn't beat the Spirited Companion or Imperial Oath, and it's still reasonable to only play 1 copy over 2. But this card performs very well if you can put 1 counters onto it, like curve Golden Tail into Guidebot into Preserver, and then with Machiko's Reign of Truth, it's a nightmare. I'm just going to take Harmonious Emergence, gives me a 5-drop in case we don't pick up any later, over Bearer, which 2 toughness is not easy, and then usually in green there's enough to do with your mana. You don't necessarily need to just put 1 counter somewhere. So take an Emergence. And then now between Preserver and Bamboo Grove Archer, I think we want the Archer, because I'm afraid we might get too crowded in the 4-drop department. And then when you're playing green-whites, you want some early defenders to prevent the aggressive decks from running you over. Also gives us a bit of reach. So I'll take it over Preserver, which would be nice to curve into, to play Golden Tail Disciple and curve into, but I still think I'd take an Archer here. And then Lucky Offering goes in the sideboard. Gives me a bit of artifact hate in certain matchups. And alright, so green looks pretty open, and I think we want to bias ourselves towards green-white given these commons that we have. In terms of green-black, didn't see too many amazing black cards, so it's probably contested, and I'd rather be in green-white than green-blue or green-red anyways. So let's just maybe force green-white and make it happen. Or just maybe, and then maybe we can pick up some turtles to splash, maybe a Gloom Shrieker. This pack, probably just take the Skyblessed Samurai, also quite a nice finisher. If we are playing lots of multiple enchantments early, we can cheat it out. Fall of Lorcana has also just been okay. It's good against other green decks, but against the black aggressive decks, it's kind of hit or miss. And so my second pick would probably be Jukai Preserver to round out the 4-drop department. But Skyblessed Samurai gives us a nice top-end card, and a nice creature that can maybe get in the mid-game if we're able to cheat it out and apply a ton of pressure. So we'll take it here. Best cards in this pack: Samurai, Smelter, Kami's Flare. I might actually pick one a Soken and the Smelter at this part in the draft, in this stage, in this set, but I'll take a Skyblessed Samurai. And then the best card in this pack is the Kumano Faces Kakazan plus Experimental Synthesizer, but no way are we going to be drafting red at this point. So what cards we have access to? I guess Greater Tanuki can help us ramp and maybe move into 3 colors. There's another Harmonious Emergence, but I'm hoping I can pick 1 up later or get a Tales of Master Shishiro later. Searchlight Companion is also pretty good, but in green-white it's not going to be at its best. There's not many things that cares about artifacts for the most part, and we already have double Golden Tail Disciple at 3. So I'm kind of like just diversifying again in green and taking a Greater Tanuki. Helps us fix a bit. Nice curve topper we can draw into later on. So we'll take it over another Harmonious Emergence, which is again okay. And then Jukai Trainee has also just been okay as a 2-drop, but I do like Tales of Master Shishiro. There's also, I guess, Kami of Terrible Secrets, but I don't think we're splashing for it in this deck. Tails can help me shore up the 5-drop department. Jukai Trainee would be a lot better if it was an enchantment creature, but unfortunately it isn't. I would take it if I'm missing 2-drops, but I already have like some early creatures that can play that can block pretty well. So I think Tails has more upside and also plays very well with Golden Tail Disciple. There's Web Spinner Cuff, but Bamboo Grove Archer is just better. Could just speculate on Modern Age. It's also an enchantment and the best card in this pack. Maybe we end up in some sort of Bant combination, and that does happen along with Abzan in green. So let's just take a Modern Age. Cuff is replaceable. And I'll take a second Fade into Antiquity as more removal over nothing much. And a Jukai Naturalist is a gift, pick 6. And yeah, there's also Azuzas, which I wouldn't mind as well, but Jukai is just better and can also help us ramp out our enchantments to take over the game. So I'll take it here. And then another Skyblessed Samurai is awesome. Also wouldn't mind the Thornwood Falls to maybe splash for Modern Age, but probably don't even need to splash for this if our power level is high enough. So Skyblessed Samurai is nice. And green-white looks very open, so I'm happy. I wouldn't mind splashing for Turtle. I wouldn't mind splashing for maybe like Gloom Shrieker or Long Reach of Night, or even the Tales of Master Shishiro. I mean, not Tales, but even over Life of Toshiro Umezawa. And the Master's Rebuke gives me more access to removal. And yeah, I'd probably just take a Brute Suit here since we have one Locky offering the sideboard. If I would hate draft, I'm not even sure if I would hate draft Heiko Yamazaki. Actually, I think this card's just medium anyways. So sure, I'll just take a Brute Suit. And then, is there a chance we splash red? I guess if we pick up Fable the Mirror Breaker, it could be a reason to splash red. So let's not count that out. I probably don't want to splash Twin Shot Sniper since it only deals 2 damage. But yeah, I'm happy that we're kind of in this open color from the start, so this should be a pretty powerful deck. Ooh, Jukai Training, alright. Fine sideboard option, pretty late acquisitions Octopus, so the blue-black drafter is going to be kind of happy. And then, I don't know, just take a hair, diversified sideboard. So yeah, the deck is looking good. I could use an extra Preserver here to curve out into with the Golden Tail Disciple. Hopefully I could use a second Spirited Companion, could also use an Imperial Oath. So, lots of cards that can still help us round out the deck. Alright, Boseiju is kind of cute. I mean, it is a free resource. I mean, alternatively, Sunblaze Samurai is okay. It's kind of clunky, and it's kind of expensive to cast. And we already have 2 5-drops that can help us fix and search our lands, but that's pretty much it. What else is there? We don't have any auras. This is not that great. This can help me go multicolor. But I think I can sell with a Boseiju. Nice having an upgrade over a Lancelot and some instant speed interaction against other opposing decks. Although they do get a land, but if they aren't playing like multicolor green, it's alright. So we'll take a Boseiju. Haven't main decked this one before. But it gives us access to an extra spell and a land. Probably just going to take Banishing Slash here, although there's Eiganjo, Seat of the Empire, which is also fine. I don't have too many artifacts to go along with Banishing Slash, so it's not really easy to get going. So again, I could see just taking Eiganjo and having an extra access to a land as some sort of removal spell. I still think Banishing Slash is better though. But this gives me a little bit more room for flexibility. And I do have Double Fade in Master's Rebuke, so it's actually not too different from Banishing Slash. Let's take another land here. Get some nice value off of our land departments. And then, not liking the second Bamboo Grove Archer here. But there's nothing else I'm too excited about. Maybe just take a random When We Were Young. This is better than an aggressive deck. Maybe I just take a second Bamboo Grove Archer. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but that pack was dry and had nothing. Alright, Turtle's great. Turtle gives us more ways to loot with Season. Also a fine card I'm happy splashing for in case I need to play in the late game. Definitely better than Sunblade Samurai, so we'll take it. And then this pack is interesting. Could go 4 colors and take a Naomi Pillar of Order. Alternatively, nothing else. So we'll take it here and maybe end up 4 colors. And I do like the dual land. I already have a second Sky Bliss Samurai already, but I think the dual land is pretty important. Although there is Fang of Shigeki here. I think I'd rather splash a turtle over Naomi. There's also second Sky Bless, but with one already, I don't think we need it. I think we might just need this Fang of Shigeki in this matchup. We have a Master's Rebuke that goes along with it. And we're kind of light on playables. So sure, I'll take the Fang over the land and hope I get more fixing at the end of this draft. Alright, I guess Greater Tanuki can count as fixing. So sure. Fine playing double Tanuki. There's also an argument for Grafted Growth to fix for Naomi, but we don't have that many artifacts for Naomi. So I can count that out, and I'd rather just have Tanuki since we can at least cast it as a 6-drop. And then Jukai, or maybe Regent's Authority, since I have one in the sideboard already. Arachi's Merge Keeper is not the worst, but it's not like we need things to ramp. It's not like we need Mana Dorks since we have like Jukai to help ramp, and then the Sky Bless Samurais already get a discount. But we might just throw it in if we have nothing else to play. And then I probably need to just throw in like double islands to help fix for Colossal. And I guess I can even throw in the Modern Age here if we're playing the Splash for Blue, since it's probably the best card in our... Alright, I guess we will just throw in another Emergence. Yeah, I guess we're at 22 cards, and I don't mind... If I'm splashing for Turtle again, I don't mind splashing for the Modern Age. So I could maybe throw in 2 islands to help fetch with my Tanuki. And then splash for both of these. I can always just throw in a Merge Keeper just to help me ramp a bit. Shrine Steward can also help me find Harmonious Emergence, funny enough, but it is a 5-drop, which is awkward. So, not sure here. I think we have a pretty well-rounded green-white deck, splashing blue. I think 2 islands could be fine. Yeah, our fixing kind of sucks, so we can't really afford to take more than 2 islands since we need to still cast our green spells here. And yeah, we're pretty heavy green, so I think we need to go like 9 green sources, 6 white sources, and then 2 plains. And then our final card, not sure here. Could take a Lucky Offering, although that's more of a sideboard option. Against other green decks, it's pretty awkward. Regent's Authority has actually been pretty decent, but we're not really in an aggressive deck. There's also an argument for Shrine Steward just to help us fetch for the Harmonious Emergence, which I also don't hate. Question is, how much defense do we have in the early game? We have a decent amount, so we can eventually get there. Some removal on 3s, and then we have a lot of 5-drops. So it's not like we need to Shrine Steward to find another 5-drop to play it again. This is kind of like a 5-drop as well. This is something we're happy to cycle on turn 3. So, who knows here. Yeah, there's really not much in the sideboard I care about too much. Maybe we just throw in the Lucky Offering and hope we have a target. Especially against Black-Red, since we're kind of lacking removal. We could use this to maybe deal with something early. But I guess with the Shigeki, we can always just get back some removal. Not sure here. Merge Keeper is nice on 2, but after turn 2, it's kind of whatever. But it does help us ramp and give us those kind of explosive starts, especially with all these 5-drops. Like, again, green is trying to grind in this format, but maybe we still take it here. Like, it does help out with the Tanukis, helps out with the 5-drops, and helps us with the explosive starts. And again, if we're facing against another green deck, we don't want access to a Lucky Offering. It doesn't do much. And then we should have enough early defenders that we don't really need a trainee. Whereas I'd rather just power out my big stuff so then the aggressive decks can't really kill us. So maybe I guess this is fine. And then, yeah, the mana base looks good. Heavy green with 2 islands to fetch, and then a couple of plains for some of our few white spells. Let's give this a shot. Yeah. And Shigeki is our poster child. Let's go. So we're probably on the draw. With a decent hand, we probably need to drop Shigeki just to help us find our lands. I'm totally fine with that. Once we have our land, we can access Shigeki. We can access maybe a Fade to help stall the opponents. So white-black era is fine. Don't really need to exile with Fade since I can block it with a couple of my creatures already. I'm hoping we can draw some lands naturally. Yeah, I probably need to run out the Shigeki here and then use it to ramp next turn. And hope he doesn't kill Shigeki. So we use this to ramp, we can run out Golden Tail Disciple. Hopefully he doesn't have anything to follow up. Inkrise Infiltrator is fine. Right, we really need to activate Shigeki and I'll main phase it here just because I need to play out my land. Alright, blue's good. And then what do I discard? I mean, I can get my stuff back later. I guess next turn we might want to run out the Modern Age. Grove Archer can hold off the 1-2, although he can pump it. So yeah, he can threaten to pump it anyway, so I think we can safely get rid of the Bamboo Grove Archer. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Geothermal Kami, not sure. But we're stuck on lands, which could be a problem. Leech Gauntlets, so the opponent's not applying that much pressure. Just a few 2-drops. He could eventually find a removal for Shigeki, but I still have the have some goodies. Alright, so land isn't bad. So I think we can leave with the Modern Age here. I think we can even ditch a Skyblessed Samurai since we're kind of getting stacked here. I should have also not tapped green. So I'm such an idiot. Alright, so the auto tapper got us. That sucks. Since I could have played Shigeki and at least have a blocker, I can fade the Dockside Chef next turn. Do I need second White Swords? Probably not. Let's run this out, and then I guess I can double spell here. Run out the Golden Tail, could see a counter spell, and then run out Shigeki again, just so we can maybe block next turn. And then also give a discount to Skyblessed Samurai. If again he kills Shigeki, I can then get it back with Season, which I still have a copy of, and I also have the Turtle. So I just need to play defense. Okay, he's going to take out Shigeki, sure. But if he's going to use above his mana, I can take out the Dockside Chef. I guess he's going to take out the Disciple. No, Shigeki's a more scarier threat. Takes out my Golden Tail. Funny. Alright. Opponent probably just wants to get in this turn. And yeah, he's going to get in pretty nicely here. So I probably want to double Fade into Antiquity here. As opposed to Sky Bless, since he can just attack with all and sack whatever he wants. So let's just get rid of this. And then I can safely get rid of this. I think the first strike is more scarier than a lifelink. And yeah, we'll just say go. Could attack for one since I'm not, but this gives me a decent blocker. There's a long reach, alright, sure. Alright, discard Geothermal. And then we can still block everything. Discard land next turn, maybe use Shigeki to help us ramp. Tanuki's quite nice. And I can cast it, so yeah, that's not bad. Although I probably want another flyer to hold off the ground units. I guess, yeah, I need the flyer to hold off Ink Rise, so we'll say go. I guess I don't mind sacrificing Vector Glider then. Or maybe activating Shigeki next turn. If he has another removal this turn, that's a problem, so I think I discard Tanuki instead. And then hope Shigeki doesn't die. So I can use it to, again, loop some stuff over and over. But yeah, we just want to not give him a turn to do anything. Next turn we can still, like, double block, perhaps, and then I mean, still block with Shigeki and activate unless I'm afraid of instant speed interaction. Another land. Alright, don't hate another land. And I think I'll play on another land because I could Shigeki for, like, X equals 3 eventually. This is 7? Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I need to be careful in that he has an artifact he can activate the Leech Gauntlets. So I might need to, yeah, activate this then. And then put a land. And then do I X equals 1 here? I guess if I X equals 2, can I cast a... No, I need to get rid of this, so I think we need to X equals 1, unfortunately. Or, let me see. I can still X equals 2, that's 6 mana. But I won't be able to get Fade. But I need Fade. Alright, this is rough. Yeah, I'll just do X equals 1, get back, Fade. And then try to Fade the Animus. And then eventually, hopefully, get back Shigeki. Yeah, because this is really scary. We have Fang of Shigeki at the very least, but this has to go. What's this? Oh, Tawara, that's annoying. Yeah, that sucks. Right, that's not going to be easy. I'm just going to play the Fang and pass. He can just replay it and then make me sacrifice my Shigeki. Or maybe I sack the Vector Glider, since this is going to leave block, but he's about to get the 8 mana, so I need the extra flyer to double block the Ink Rise Infiltrator, unfortunately. Alright, just keep the land in hand. Yeah, the land really messed me up here. I just need a Turtle or Long Reach. I mean, not Turtle or Season of Renewal, which I still have in my library, so... Yeah, Twisted Embrace also really bad for me, so... Alright, we're just gonna take a beating and then lose the game, I guess, to Long Reach twice. Yeah. I need my Season to do the whole Turtle loop, or Turtle into, Alright, Turtle's good, so yeah, let's just use the Turtle now. And then we want to bring back Shigeki. Oh man, this loop takes a lot of mana, that's a problem. Yeah, I think I'll just concede here, it's just going to take too long. The opponent managed to deal with all my threats. So yeah, I just need to make sure I don't take too much damage in the early game, and I think I should be okay. But that was quite unfortunate. My opponent also has... yeah, I don't want to run double Bamboo Grove Archer here. I guess Jukai Trainee can block the 2-drops quite well. Modern Age is also just kind of whatever. I don't know, I guess Merge Keeper can maybe go. I don't know, I guess I was missing lands in that match. I'll just keep playing. I'll just play it as it is. It definitely wasn't easy because, yeah, I think I discarded some key cards that I should have kept, and I thought I could discard everything and get everything back, but opponent was just too aggressive. Opening hand, well, I guess it's okay. We'll keep. Don't really like to use Boseiju on the opponent's creatures, but we might hopefully draw into some goodies, but we have all 3 of our mana, which is important to have access to. And we have some removal with Fade and Boseiju. Lion Sash is pretty good. I could destroy it, but I don't really want to give him mana. So first things first, let's just leave with Golden Tail Disciple. And then we'll think about exiling this later, since there's nothing in the graveyard I particularly care about. Terminal I can also exile to make his mana worse. But maybe Lion Sash is more important to deal with here. And I can do the Harmonious Emergence thing next turn. Attack for 2. Yeah, the Lion Sash messes in my graveyard, and then, yeah, if this sticks around, that's going to become a problem, because then my Shigeki won't be able to do the whole loop thing. He can activate this too if he wants to. Maybe find a Dockside Chef. Tails isn't bad. I guess I'd rather get out Tails instead. Although Emergence can hit for 4 immediately, and maybe that's better. So let's try that instead. And then next turn we can, if he has a better blocker, we can use Tails to catch him off guard. So let's get him for 6. He could long reach, and I can discard maybe Boseiju. Could see Zone Fade into Antiquity on the Harmonious Emergence here. Just bouncing my land, fair enough. It's a card for a card. Greater Tanuki is nice. But yeah, he sent me back a turn, but Tails is still very good here. Behold is excellent, but I can fade that, and I'll do it next turn for sure. So I can deny him the card advantage from it. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this now before it becomes a problem. And then, yeah, we'll just keep up Boseiju and hold on to Force in case he has the long reach of Knights. And attack for 2. So yeah, opponent in some sort of Esper control deck. Era's fine. Hopefully he doesn't have Farewell in his deck. Didn't see Farewell yet. So, but next turn is lethal if he doesn't have a way to deal with my stuff. So let's see if he has anything. Could have an Assassin's Ink here. Repel the Vial is not a bad one. Alright. I wish we had a safekeeping in our deck, so hopefully he doesn't Farewell us. But I still think we run out the Greater Tanuki here to try to end the game. And we got him sweet, so alright, opponent's also in kind of a controlling grind deck, but I think with our seasons we can maybe outvalue him. The Lion Stash, however, is going to be a problem that I need to answer. And he also has a network terminal, so actually the Lucky Offering seems like a really good sideboard. If I didn't see the Lion Stash, I didn't see the Lion Stash last game, so I didn't want to consider it, but now I do. And then what do we want to cut? Could just cut the Modern Age, but it's, again, just a good card. Maybe Merge Keeper, since I think it could be the weakest. It allows us to ramp, but it's, again, just okay. Or maybe I just do cut the Modern Age, since it's just not easy to cast in our deck. And if we don't get blue mana, it's kind of awkward. And then I like the fact that this, again, helps us ramp into our 5-drop. So you know what? Let's ditch the Modern Age. And if I ditch the Modern Age, do I want to go down a blue source? I guess I can. And then, let's see here. I could maybe go 7. 7 white sources just to be safe. Since we don't really need double green anytime soon unless we have Tanuki. Yeah, 7 white sources could be fine. 9, 7, 1. 17 lands. Yeah, it seems okay. Let's try it. And now Lucky Offering again has a good target with the Terminal and also the Line Sash. Usually you don't want to cast Lucky's Line Sash ASAP on turn 2. It's a card you want to kind of sandbag and then surprise the opponent with later. But we'll see. Opponent's probably going first. And this hand seems okay. Ooh, Lucky Offering. Alright, let's get the white mana going. Even though it's sorcery speed, I still am going to run it out. And shooting down his Network Turbo should be nice. Or taking out his Leech Gauntlets. Guess I'll take out the Leech Gauntlet for now. And then we can save Fate for maybe the Line Sash instead. Network Terminal. I could also just be rude and mess up his Network Terminal. I think I will, actually. Since it's kind of annoying. This way I can slow him down. And hopefully he doesn't get out Line Stash to mess with my graveyard. Ink Rise is fine. Kunai, interesting, so he can equip and kill my creature. So I'm probably better off running out the Harmonious Emergence next turn so I can attack with it. And also just play the Geothermal Kami. That's probably better than running out the Kami, which dies to the Kunai. Brute Suits. Another Harmonious Emergence. That's quite cute. Alright, we'll smash. And then, now what? I could run the Kami, which is okay. Maybe get it killed, or I can just run second Emergence. Maybe I'll run second Emergence. This is going to be kind of a fun game. Where we're just stuck on 2 mana all day. We can still attack and then cycle Greater Tanuki. And he doesn't have any easy blocks. Opponent also, again, I guess you could have the land, but he would have to tap off 4 mana just to deal with a forest. And I can still replay it, so. But Seiju, I think I have to run out the land here. And then I'll attack for 8, and then we can cycle Greater Tanuki next turn if we want to. This is just a lot of damage, and then, yeah, I don't want to play anything, we'll just say go. We probably want to ramp into the Tanuki as opposed to casting, although we're about to cast it anyways. Right. Discard Golden Tail. Maybe I just kill this now. But he's probably just going to chump with it anyways, or chump with the Brute Suits. So I guess I'll just say go. And then I guess I can run out the Greater Tanuki now, so let's attack. Maybe force a chump and then run out Tanuki, and hopefully he doesn't... I guess he would need 6 mana for Farewell. We'll just discard, I guess, Geothermal Kami, and we're quite good, and we're good. I guess, yeah, I could have also Master's Rebuke, but I just want to cast my Tanuki. Yeah, just too much pressure here. And then we'll save this removal spell and just to get rid of a blocker to hopefully end the game. So let's just get rid of this. Naomi can buy him at some time. Okay, if I take out Naomi, he double blocks Tanuki. Yeah, we should be able to win this. So first things first, let's Master's Rebuke. Take this out. And then we can even attack. And then cast Sky Bless Samurai, so we got him, so sweet. Never played a Harmonious Emergence into a Harmonious Emergence before. But being able to tap it for mana is quite nice. And I guess casting the Fade into Antiquity really slowed him down. Otherwise he could have cast, I mean, getting rid of the Network Terminal slowed him down. Otherwise he would have maybe cast Naomi earlier and presented a decent blocker, but so. That was a fun match, let's keep playing. But I should also, again, consider Lucky offering in the sideboard now. Against these artifact decks. We'll be on the play. And then our opening hand seems okay. Again, it's kind of awkward having Boseiju. But, I mean, we're on the play and we have both our primary colors, so might as well keep. Don't want a Boseiju early, so might hold on to it for later. So it's worse. It's worse if you do it early because they get to ramp and do all sorts of other shenanigans. So opponent is in blue-black, so ninjas. And yep, kind of sucks that we don't have any early games, so now you can see why a green can have some issues sometimes. If he gets a Moon Circuit Hacker, do I want to kill it? I mean, it does give him a land, but yeah, I probably don't want to kill. I guess an Ambusher I might want to kill. Not sure. I don't really want to help him ramp, especially this early. But this is kind of annoying. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. Helping him ramp is not necessarily the best thing to do, but maybe it is. So let's channel and get rid of this now. Yeah, I don't really want him, but he's not going to do much with the 1 mana that he gets here anyway, so might as well get rid of it while I can, and then run out the Geothermal Kami next turn. And he gets to, I guess, run out the Ink Rise, so I'm not even sure if that exchange was worth it. Okay, so I can run out the Guide Bots, but I probably want to run out the Geothermal Kami since it hits harder. And I don't really want to bounce my tails back in my hand anyway, so we'll just curve out into tails and then maybe season to get some stuff back later. Could see a Moonsnare Specialist here. Nope. Network Disruptor, second main, interesting. I guess he might have a removal spell or a Twisted Embrace here. Alright, I guess I'll just run it out and then see what's up. Probably has some interaction since it's kind of awkward he's not spending his mana. There's an argument that maybe he really doesn't have much to spend, but there's an Assassin's Ink, so yep. Iganjo is 3 mana, so I can keep it up for maybe the Ink Rise next turn, if I fear he's trying to pump it, or ninja something out here. Alright, Prosperous Thief is kind of annoying, so I probably need to save the Iganjo for Prosperous Thief. He can also pump the Ink Rise, so yeah, not bad. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if he has an 8th land, he can pump this twice. But I'm still fine saying go, and then I'm hoping he just, I guess he can pump this twice now, so I probably want to use Iganjo on the Prosperous Thief. And then maybe season back something, maybe the Geothermal Kami, but actually no, I need to pass priority. Let's just pass priority first. He could pump twice. Let's see if he does. If he doesn't, then I get punished. I don't know, I'll just pass priority. Yeah, maybe I should have used it on the Prosperous Thief, but maybe this is smarter to do in case he tries to double spell, so we'll season. Yeah, unfortunately not much to get back, so I'll just get the Kami back. It's pretty bad, but At least I'm using my mana for something. Emergence isn't bad. It gives me another blocker for next turn. And I can still keep up Iganjo, so I guess I can't. But I still have a second blocker, so I'll try this. How much is this? I guess is this a legendary creature? I guess it's no, it's not legendary. So why is this 3? Yeah, this isn't legendary, is it? No. Right. Maybe I can gain some life and keep up Iganjo the next following turn, but at least I can tap. I still have an extra blocker for the 5/5 for the 3/2. Man, I always hate these ninja decks. Alright, I guess I'm not dead. I'm down to 1, which isn't great, but yeah, I'm down to 1, and he has some chump blockers. Okay, so he can activate twice, never mind. Yeah, these ninja decks are really powerful. Oh boy, and helping him ramp didn't actually improve much. It did stall for a bit, but yeah. I guess I need to run double Bamboo Grove Archer in this matchup. I might even need to run a Lucky Offering now. Maybe cut a Harmonious Emergence. So yeah, I don't think we want Merge Keeper. We want second Bamboo Grove Archer for sure. And I think I need a Lucky Offering to answer some artifact creatures. And then maybe we can cut, I don't know, a 5-drop, potentially. Because Harmonious Emergence can be kind of clunky. Could also just cut the Modern Age, since it's not going to be easy to cast. And then we can go down again 1 island. I mean, we want to run Boseiju here. Go down 1 island, add in an extra planes to help support potentially the Lucky Offering, and then take it from there. So, alright, yeah, I don't mind adding in the extra Grove Archer. We just need the early defense against the Ninja's decks. And we can maybe shoot down, I don't know, a Network Disruptor with Lucky Offering at the very least, so he can't ninjutsu it back. And I'll be on the play with an okay hand. Sure. Although, need my white mana for Golden Tail, but on the play I think I gotta keep. Ink Rise, nope. But we can play out a Golden Tail, which is nice. Into the Emergence, attack next turn, cast Tails. Yeah, first things first, let's attack. That's fine. We'll have a 4/5 next turn attacking. Depth of the Kami is pretty good against my deck. Mind Link Mech can be kind of annoying, especially with a good creature. But first things first, let's attack. And then we probably just want to run out Tails here just to start loading up counters and eventually getting a 5/5 into play. A Spell Pierce is really nice sideboard, so yeah, this opponent is doing a lot against me, which is interesting. We can still Season back. Blade Blesser has Death Touch now. And then he can also attack for 4, and can also give this Death Touch. So I could use a Lucky Offering here. So I probably don't want to attack here, although I can, and I can still, I guess I want to cast this first, otherwise I lose my enchantment, so let's run out to Skyblessed Samurai. And then we can even trade this off maybe and buy it back with Season later. Network Disruptor to tap, okay. Yeah, just a really solid blue-black deck. It's really scary facing against these decks. So I just need to survive, take a bit of a beating. Yeah, this Blade Blesser also holding off the green decks is really powerful. I guess he can reconfigure to gain the extra damage this turn too. Alright. Take 9. 9 on 9 already. But at least he's losing his stuff, so I probably just want to fade the Mind Link mech now. And I guess I can still attack with the 4-5. And I can still end of turn use Season of Renewal if I want to. So let's attack for 4. I'm hoping he doesn't get an enchantment going, because I might need to double block this. If he has enchantment, that's going to become a problem. So please no Moon Circuit Hacker. And I'm still fine, happy blocking the 5-3. I guess I can block with a Skyblessed Samurai and buy a creature and an enchantment back, so I guess I'm better off blocking with this instead. And if he has Suit Up, then this survives, but then I can return to action. Sure, fair enough. Comes back with a 1/1 counter. No, it just comes back. Lucky Offering's awesome, and I can take out the Arm Guard Familiar, right? I guess it has a ward cost. So can I do it? I mean, I can. I think it's okay. Or just run out to Samurai again. Probably just run out to Samurai again. And then say go. I guess I don't mind trading for the 3/2 as well. Or just take 3. But I probably want a Lucky Offering, maybe the Arm Guard Familiar or the Network Disruptor. I guess I can take 3 here. It doesn't seem that bad. Sure. And then maybe want to trade this off for something else. Inkrise Infiltrator is kind of scary. Yeah, and he can reconfigure onto this Inkrise so he can make it even larger. So I probably need to fade, or I guess Lucky Offering instead. And I can still attack for 4, and then don't know if I want to fade into Antiquity anything here. I guess if I fade, I'll tap out, so I won't have a blocker for the 3/2, so I think we just say go. Maybe trade for the 3/2 and just take it from there. Fine trading since I have Tails, and I can't keep taking 3 forever. Hopefully no Suit Up. It's fine. Opponent's just flooding here, so name of the game, just survive against green deck. And then probably just stay back here since I'm low on life. I guess this has Vigilance, so we might as well attack. And then hope he doesn't top deck anything too scary. Just a land, but I can still block the Infiltrator. I think I'm blocking. He can pump and then Suit Up, I guess. Oh, I guess he can activate twice, never mind. But I didn't want to take 5. Alright, maybe that was a bit of a misplay on my part, but I can still Guide Bot and take out the Inkrise. I forgot this was a 5/6, but I still think it's correct, maybe blocking it either way. Didn't see a single Bamboo Grove Archer yet. I can exile this immediately and just get to town. I think I will. Given that, you know, I don't want to give him an extra turn. And we just want to kill him. Alright, that was a scary deck, and Spell Pierce really effective against us. So I think it's, again, right to cut the Harmonious Emergence from this deck and just try to keep the curve low so we don't get run over. So I actually don't mind the Jukai training now. Maybe cut one Harmonious Emergence or cut a Greater Tanuki. There's also an argument for when we were young, although I would need an enchant artifact to gain life. Not sure here. Yeah, Trainee can probably join the fray, and then maybe we just cut Harmonious Emergence here. Because again, one is fine, but then if we have too many expensive non-creature spells, he can just easily counter it and mess with us. Greater Tanuki's a creature at the very least, and we can still use it to ramp. So I gotta be on the lookout for that, and then yeah, this seems okay. Yeah, let's run it back. Alright, Bamboo Grove Watcher on turn 1 isn't the worst. On turn 2 is pretty decent, so I'll try it. Hopefully draw into maybe a blue source eventually for the Colossal Sky Turtle, or ramp into it. Network Disruptor on turn 1. Yep. And then hopefully we can play Archer to shut it down. Hopefully no Scary Ninja, no Scary Ninja. So now probably just run out the Grove Archer before anything else happens, and then I probably want to hold on to Shigeki to get back the Grove Archer in case it gets answered. So now we can just sit back all day and do nothing and say go. Could see a Twisted Embrace, but again I'm just fine stalling out the board. Probably run Golden Tail to play around Spell Pierce, and then next turn we can Harmonious Emergence. Either way, we can't pay for Spell Pierce anyway, so we might as well run this out and take it from there. And the life gain is going to be pretty difficult for him to deal with. If he uses Depth to the Kami, I probably want to still exile the Golden Tail over the Bamboo. Right, that's fair enough. I'll be taking some damage, but I can also start gaining life. It also makes his Depth to the Kami a lot worse though, too. So yeah, let's just run out the Harmonious Emergence. Could see Spell Pierce though. He could also have Assassin's Ink. He could have many things. So I think we just run this out and play into Spell Pierce here. If he Spell Pierces, I can at least attack for 2 and gain 2. And if he has Assassin's Ink, at least he doesn't mess with my Golden Tail Disciple, which is going to gain a counter. Mirror Shell Crowd, fair enough. So either way, it's going to get countered. And we can at least attack for 2 here. And offset the life loss from Clawing Torment. Hopefully no Scary Ninja. Nope. No Dakuchi Shadow Walker, thank God. And then, yeah, we'll run out Tails. Which could get Spell Pierced actually, so you know what, let's run out Guidebot instead. And then let's hope we can get an attack in with the Golden Tail Disciple. And if we do, that's good. That's pretty nice, just passing priority, and we get to offset the life loss from Clawing Torment, so opponent probably kept a pretty bad hand. And then land will help me pay for Spell Pierce. Probably see the Ninja now. No Ninja still. Moon Snare will probably set me back a bit. Alright, Prosperous Thieves to gain some treasures, fair enough. So he still has blue mana for Spell Pierce. But I guess, yeah, he could still have Spell Pierce here, so I think what we want to do is just attack with the 3/4. And then I guess I can still pay 3 mana for this Guidebot to draw a card. But I want to do it on the end of his turn, so I'll run out second Golden Tail Disciple to make it very difficult. And then we'll say go, can trade the Prosperous Thief if we want to. I guess he can still attack for 1 and just make a treasure. So he still makes a treasure anyways. But we can draw end of turn with the guide bots and slowly take over the game with our value. Lucky Offering is pretty good to mess with Network Disruptor, but at this stage I'm not really that scared. And now we have land to pay for Spell Pierce, so we'll run out to Tails. And then I can attack with both, and then I can still activate Guide Bots end of turn. And he doesn't have any good blocks on these Lifelinkers, so this seems good. Okay. So that's a problem with Edict effects. And this game is probably over here. Alright, that's pretty good. So what do we want to do here? We want to sacrifice the creep. Before damage, I guess I want to keep the 3/6s around, so I think I sacrifice the guide bot here. Sacrifice my enchantment, and then he can draw a card, and I want the Lifelinkers to stick around. And then I can even Lucky Offering on the 1/1 next turn, or keep up Iganjo and attack. Guess he's just going to attack anyways and chump block. Arm Guard Familiar, so if he double blocks, I can mess with him. Skyblessed Samurai is pretty good. So can I Lucky Offering and Skyblessed Samurai? If I Lucky Offering, I need to pay for the wards, so that's 3 mana, so I'll be going up to 5 if I play Iganjo as well. So let's see, I play this, that's 4, that's 5, yeah, let's try that instead. Over Iganjo. Does he have a flicker effect? Maybe. I mean, if he does, then he does. Alright, that's cute. Alright, sure. I get to still cast my 4/4, and then if he double blocks, I can at least trade for one of them, so let's do this, and then let's just attack with both. Opponent even casts the Invoke on us, and we're able to win the game. So these Invokes aren't bombs. The best one is a green one. I think that one's more impactful, but at the same time, they're a lot harder to cast, and they don't necessarily win you the game. I think we get rid of the Arm Guard so he doesn't get to reconfigure and grow his team. And this way we can still block everything next turn. Or block the 3/2, or we don't even need to block, in fact. So yeah, we got him, sweet. So off to a sketchy first start, but we were able to side board in a more defensive game plan, and we got there. Luckily, the opponent didn't have any interaction for my Golden Tail Disciples, so they were able to run away with the game. So alright, one more match, and maybe we can make 3,000 gems, so then we can start going infinite again. Alright, we'll be on the play. With a terrible hand. Would have been nice if we can, I guess we'll have to keep this just to settle, and then probably bomb the Jukai Naturalist. since I can at least cast maybe this on curve, and then if I don't get green mana, this is just kind of a dead card. And then Shigeki is really important to just get everything back in the late game, so we'll try this out. I'd be damned if I get my green mana, but so be it. Alright, that's fine. Can lead Golden Tail into Tawashi Guidebot, and hopefully, again, the card advantage from this can take over the game. Blue-whites, so... Alright, blue-whites with Igandro Exemplar, interesting. I'm fine taking 3, and then we can Guidebot and attack back for 3 if we want. An Esper, I guess we played against this guy earlier. Not sure. Could be a ninja. I mean, I'm fine if it's a ninja. Hopefully not a scary one. Specialist to bounce and waste my time, sure. I guess I'll just replay it, and then we can block this next turn. And then I probably just want to keep this back. Koi. Alright, just more white mana. Let's pump the Golden Tail. And then we'll probably take 3 and start activating a Guidebot next turn to hopefully get our green mana going. Could also attack, but he can just double block. So I'm hoping he just doesn't get out anything too scary here. His own Guidebots on his flyer, so we need to deal with the flyer. And we do have Bamboo Grove Archer in the deck. But we need to get our green mana first and channel and get rid of it. And the opponent also has his own Guidebot, so it's not easy, but the opponent stays back. Alright, I guess I'll activate. And we still didn't get our green mana, so we're going to be in trouble if we don't find our green source. And I'm surprised the opponent didn't attack me last turn, so that's interesting. Don't know what that implies. Guess they were just maybe afraid. His own Mnemonic Sphere, and he can also activate his guy by end of turn. So either way, we're both drawing cards either way. And still no attack. I'm liking the fact that he's giving me a lot of time, but first things first, let's just activate the Guidebot. Finally get our green mana, so we want to play this out, and then I guess we're fine casting the Modern Age here. Can discard. Do I want to discard a second green source? So next turn, what are we planning to do? Probably run out the Skyblessed Samurai. I guess Harmonious Emergence can go, although it's easier to cast in Tanuki. I'm not sure if we need an Emergence at this stage in the game, and the thing is we can also get everything back, so... You know what, let's just ditch the expensive card, and then hopefully we can double spell or something, so we'll see go. I guess Harmonious Emergence also counts as modified. There's a chance that if he's staying back, he could also just be holding on to, I don't know, the Farewell, so he just wants us to... Just wants to bait out some stuff here, but I'm surprised he again didn't attack with Sky Swimmer Koi. So we'll see. Next turn will be Emergence. This is 3 mana, so there's a chance we can also double spell and cast Sky Blessed Samurai. Kotose is quite good. That can get rid of my Tanuki, and you can see my entire hand now. So I need to wait to answer Kotose before he rebounces it and replays it again. Alright, so he has he stole 2 of my Greater Tanukis. But I have all my colors, so I should be okay. Merge Keeper, not a card I want this late, so I think that can go. And then I can play out lands. And then now what, I guess like an Emergence here, and then still cast a 4 for some Samurai, assuming it doesn't die, so let's do that. And then I think I'm going to attack for 4 and then cast the Sky Blessed Samurai. Since I highly doubt he's going to want to trade Kotose for it. Nope. And then we can just... I guess it's only 3 mana, I'm an idiot. Well, I didn't account for that, so I guess we'll pass and draw a card end of turn. Take 4 and then maybe... Alright, Tanuki's fine. Although not really, since it won't allow me to attack. Tails, I guess, can enhance my planes. So if I play this, can I cast a Skyblast Samurai? I guess I can, unless it trades off, so... Yeah, I guess I can, unless it trades off. And I'm not even sure if I want to trade it off. So maybe I'm better off just enhancing the planes, blocking, and then end of turn activate Guidebot and draw a card. Like, I could cast this, but then I'm going to be down a blocker for Tanuki. Or I can attack, and then if he decides to block, then I can activate the Guidebot instead. So let's try this instead. And then before damage, I can at least activate the Guidebot and get some value, and then this dies. And then hopefully I can survive and take it from there. Although I might need to make a desperate double block on Kotose, which might mess up my tails next turn. And this also lowers my enchantment count for Skyblast Samurai, so it could be bad to block. But what am I doing? I'm going to take 8, which I don't really want to take 8. I guess opponent's also kind of land screwed, so... I guess I could still activate the Tawashi Guidebot even when this died, so I could have had an extra blocker. We're just going to main phase the Guidebots. I need to find answer to the Koi. Kotose attacking is a problem. Okay, he's not going to attack with Kotose, thank God. So I can attack with the Golden Tail Disciple next turn. And I can also exile the Guidebot. I just want to get him with a good lifelink hit, so first things first, let's play land. Let's play out Spirited Companion. I guess I Ganjo, which is nice, so move to combat. Attack with the Golden Tail. And see if he double blocks. He does. So now I can order this first, and then before damage, we can spend 3 to Ganjo the Kotose. And then hope it resolves. Oh, I guess he has another interaction spell, so that sucks. So I guess I won't be gaining the life, right? That sucks. I can still... Guess we're still combat steps, so I guess I can run out the Skyblast Samurai now and at least offer to trade for the 4/4 and not take 4, so this seems okay. And then if he attacks to like double block, if he has suit up, then that's bad. If he has more interaction, then that's bad. So I think I actually just block with the 4/4, and I can hopefully buy it back with Shigeki and everything with Shigeki. Yeah, I can just get my cards back, so... Behold, that's really powerful. I guess I'll have to chump here to avoid taking too much. Yeah, I think I'll have to chump and then exile the Behold. And I can at least attack with the 5/5 next turn. The Seiju. I guess Beseju's another answer. But first things first, let's just fade this. Combat, attack for 5. If he double blocks, he chumps, that's good. So then, I guess I want to Beseiju this before he draws another card next turn. And then... I can also Season next turn, but again, nothing else to get back. So I probably need to maybe offer to trade here, and then maybe buy it back with Shigeki eventually. I guess I might... yeah, I guess I might as well keep up the Guidebot then, or keep up Season mana so I can buy this back in case something goes bad. But yeah, we're doing a good job grinding the opponent out at least. But he also has card advantage with the Sphere. Network Disruptor, that's really awful, alright? So I need to find answer to this Koi. I'll be down to 2, hopefully no pump spell. Moon Circuit Hacker is pretty good. So is there any reason for me to season anything? No creatures. I guess there's Tanuki, but that's not going to do anything. So I got to take it and then hopefully draw into something with the guide bots. It would be nice to again have access to, I don't know, say I guess yeah, he could farewell my graveyard, but then I can still season some stuff back. So I'm probably just going to draw a card end of turn. Alright. Just a land. Well, that's not good. So, I guess I can main phase the guide bot. Yeah, I don't think this is I guess I can Shigeki at instant speed and get back to Seed of Iganjo. I guess that's my plan, and then I can at least attack for 5. How much mana is that? I guess I can do X equals... How much? I guess I can still do X equals 1. And then, yeah, we'll say go. And then maybe if he tries to answer Sky Bless, I can... If he finds an answer to Sky Bless, I can instant speed Shigeki for 1. Since that's going to take 4 mana. And then I can get the Iganjo, and if he's going to tap it down, then so be it. Then then I can try to... I guess he can also use a high-speed hover bike to attack. So I'm in the bad spot. I'm hoping maybe he doesn't crew the high-speed hover bike. I'll just concede here. It's kind of stupid. I'm not going to waste my time. Like I can, like he's definitely going to crew the high-speed hover bike here. Like he knows about Shigeki, so I highly doubt my opponent's that not crazy. All right, so second Bamboo Grove Archer comes in. Definitely want the Lucky Offering. Probably again cut the Modern Age since it did nothing in that game. Cut an island, throw in an extra planes, and then guess we want to ditch maybe Harmonious Emergence for, because it's just kind of clunky and there's no reach, and then run it like this. Yeah, we'll run it like this, just like we did against the Blue-Black Ninja's opponent that we faced against prior. But now we have a lot of defense against flyers with double Bamboo Grove Archer, and then even the Lucky Offering being able to answer his early artifacts is really key. This hand is not amazing, but I think it's serviceable. Hopefully draw into some goodies. Got my blue mana, so maybe I just need to wait until I get the Tanuki and cast him as a 6-drop. Cycles Mnemonic Sphere. Shigeki isn't bad. Yeah, I'll run out Shigeki and hope it doesn't eat a removal spell. Or maybe I can just stay back, although Shigeki does help me ramp. Assuming there's no target for a Fade, and if it dies, I guess I can season it back, so we'll just run it out anyways. If he kills Shigeki, what happens? I guess I can still ramp still, so that the trigger ability still happens. And again, I can just season it back anyways, so we'll just pass a turn, and then could drop a Greater Tanuki, could just exile that instead, just to play it safe. But for the most part, I'm liking the Shigeki here. Because he probably has a Network Disruptor anyways who misses. Well, that's painful. Guess Grove Archer isn't bad. But then I probably just want to Fate this anyways to prevent any card advantage. And I guess I'll run out the Shigeki again and hope to get more lands with it, so... Yeah, milling all these are kind of painful because they're all just very good playables and I need to get them back. prototype. That's also a problem. So now what? I guess I can keep up Iganjo. If I run, I guess I can keep up Bamboo Grove Archer. Maybe this will force a network disruptor, and then I can Iganjo the Prodigy's prototype instead of playing out Tanuki. Because if he taps down my Tanuki and attacks, he can just make pilots all day. So you know what? I'm going to run out the Bamboo Grove Archer here. And then maybe bait him into attacking, and then I can double block, and then bait a combat trick and use Iganjo. So we'll see go. I can also season, I guess, and get back some stuff end of turn. But I'm probably off just better double blocking here and then forcing something. Alright, that's fine. So, alright, Bamboo Grove Archer goes. So, look, happy I didn't play the Tanuki, so now he gets to make a pilot. But I get to get rid of it with the Iganjo here. So we'll let him attack. I guess this is legendary. So this costs 2 generic less. But first things first, we don't really need to block at all. Let's just channel this and kill the Prodigy's prototype. And then now what? Could use this as a blocker again. But I'm down to just maybe hit more cards with this. And get some lands running, and then hopefully I can just season again everything back. Guidebot's fine. I can also just Guidebot. I don't really want to run a Greater Tanuki out into all this open mana. Maybe it's okay, and hopefully he doesn't have a second Moonsnare Specialist. I would like more lands, please. Alright, that's okay. Can reconfigure. I guess I can also start attacking too. Geothermal Kami isn't the worst either. So if I run out Bamboo Grove Archer, I guess this can still block. Unless he gets a second Samurai. Or I guess his only attacks for 3. So I guess I'm fine just running out the Guidebot, and I can even attack for 7 to start applying a little bit more pressure. And if he wants to double block, then be my guess. Alright, respect. And yeah, we'll kill them both. Hopefully no Behold. Thundersteel Colossus, that's going to be a problem. So I might need to just do X equals 1 and deal with this. Yeah, that's a problem. So can I do that? So X equals 1 is 4. And yeah, I guess I can, so let's do that. Gotta get rid of the Thundersteel Colossus. Otherwise I'm just gonna take too much. And then again I can season back Shigeki and get something back as well, eventually. And then we'll say go. Basically we just need to stall against this opponent and eventually hope they run out of resources. Arrest is fine. And then I'm fine trading here too. Although it's just a token. Token's annoying. I still think I block. Skybless Samurai I guess is okay, just as a 4/4. Naomi, although I guess he's an enchantment now. Yeah, this is kind of painful. So if I season, I can get back, I guess, Shigeki as a creature, and then I guess I can also geothermal Kami here, but I don't get anything. If I replay this, it's still going to be too much. So I think we can safely season here. And tap like civilized people. So 1, 2, 3. Get back. So any creatures that aren't enchantments, no, they're all just enchantment creatures. So definitely get back Shigeki, and then I guess I can cast a Greater Tanuki this turn. Yeah, I guess I like that. Let's just grab the Greater Tanuki. And then hope nothing disrupts us here. And then run out the Greater Tanuki. And then stay back with the 4/4. We can eventually Shigeki for a decent amount. Hopefully no crab. And there's a fucking crab, alright. Alright, sorry guys. But this guy is just running away with the stupid game with his top decks. Oh my god, and I seriously need to take 5 from this. I guess so. Yeah, this is so dumb. And you just crap out 2/2s all day. I guess Boseiju isn't bad. If I Shigeki, nah, I think I need the geothermal Kami and keep up the Boseiju. Probably set up a double block. And then keep up the Boseiju. I can still kill the Arm Guard Familiar if he takes out one of my creatures. And this is still a 1-for-1. So I'll take it. This is bad. I think I need to answer this. Or I guess I can still answer it end of turn. I guess I can also answer the Intercessor's Arrest, but I think the Familiar is more important so I don't get run over. And I can still get some good blockers going. Companion isn't bad. So how much can I do? I guess I can do X equals 3, which isn't bad. Or I can just run out run out the Spirited Companion, hope for another good top deck. Or I guess I can still X equals 3 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I can still X equals 3 or X equals 2. No, it's X equals 3, so I can still X equals 3 and get back some goodies here. I can still jump and block a 2/2 and take it from there. Maybe I should have main phased in case he has another counter spell. But I want to get back Season. I want to get back. Alright, let's hope he doesn't have a counter spell, so X equals 3. Get back Season. Maybe get back Fade into Antiquity. I guess Harmonious Emergence doesn't hurt. Get back Season. Guess get back Fade. Get back, I guess, another good blocker like, I don't know, Golden Tail Disciple. And hope this works. That's good. And now I can play out lands, play out Golden Tail, season back Shigeki, and also get back, I don't know, I guess it's another 3 mana, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I'll have 5 mana left over. So can I still cast Skyblessed Samurai for 5? I guess I can. So let's get back these two. And then I can still cast Skyblessed Samurai. And then yeah, we can just keep doing these loops over and over. So name of the game, just survive against the opponent and recur everything back again. I can eventually do X equals 4. Yep, so I can do X equals 4 and then just get back Season. I'm hoping he doesn't have a farewell here, otherwise it's just game over. Kotose, that's annoying. I guess I'll get back my Season. Well, rip Season, and then Season can also get some of his stuff back. So I might need to find a way to kill Katose next turn. I guess I can still X equals 3 with Shigeki, get back Master's Rebuke, take out Katose. Oh, he gets back to Fade instead. Interesting. Alright, he doesn't get my Season. I only have one Season in my deck though. I mean, I guess I have double Fade for him to get back. Right, fair enough. And he can cast, I guess, a double Fade here onto Golden Tail and Sky Blessed Samurai, so that's a really nice top deck. I guess only one Fade. Another Samurai seems good. Although I probably want to deal with Shigeki, so I guess I can do X equals 3 for 8 and take out Shigeki, so let's do that. I'm hoping I'm counting correctly. Get back Season, get back Rebuke, get back, I don't know, Emergence. And then we just want to take out Katose before it becomes a problem. And Sigo. He still has his Behold the Unspeakable that I need to worry about. Although he only got one Fade into Antiquity, that's also quite annoying. I guess I'll trade that or double block it. Guess I'm better off maybe double blocking it, although putting life counters could be fine. I don't know, this is fine. So now I guess I can Emergence and play the Sky Blessed Samurai. And then maybe I can start getting aggressive here. So move to attacks. Attack with both. I don't mind the trade. He can draw a card every turn, but he's going to be behind on board, so this is good. And I can also channel the Bamboo Grove Archer to deal with other annoying flyers. Brilliant Restoration, that's pretty insane. Alright, I mean, I still have a nice clock here, so I need to maybe chump to 5, 7, and I still can block the 3-4 at the very least. So it's not game over yet. I guess I might as well run out the Bamboo Grove Archer as an extra chump blocker if I need to. Or hope he doesn't get a flyer. So yeah, the games are very grindy. So if I Season of Renewal, how much mana do I have? 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. I can get back, I guess Shigeki's definitely one, and then what's the other creature that I want to get back? Geothermal Kami, what does it do? I guess it can bounce back Spirited Companion, but then I'm gonna... Yeah, I probably don't want that, so... Yeah, let's just Season here. And hope he doesn't counter anything. Get back Shigeki, and then... I guess there's Kami, but again, I don't have anything I'm excited to bounce. Probably just get back to Greater Tanuki here. So I have a big creature I can play. You could see a counterspell, no counterspell. Alright, just run this out. And then we'll attack for 4. Can still chump to 5, 7. Opponent still has a Koi in his deck, so I might want to I guess if he taps this, I'm forced to chump. Yeah, maybe I do just run out the Archer just to have some extra defense in case something bad happens. So this is fine. Restoration got everything back, but I'm still in a good spot. I can X equals 4. Golden Tail's fine. And, you know, it's pretty hard playing Brilliant Restoration in a deck like this. So the fact that the opponent managed to pull it off makes it so that the Besaiger land actually isn't that good. Alright. That's good. I can still chump. So it's not the end of the world. And I can still like block the Prodigy's Prototype, but I do need to get rid of this next turn. So I guess I can Shigeki for X equals 2 still. Or 3. Yeah, I can still Shigeki X equals 3. That's 8 mana. And then use the mana to I guess I'll chump this. Or I could just throw the Tanuki in front, honestly. And he only gets to kill 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I guess you can have my Tanuki. Opponent should have gotten rid of the second Fate, I think. And then yeah, we'll just bring back the Tanuki again. It's fine enough. And I can just Fade again. And then do I want to attack for 2? It doesn't really amount to much. But at least I can keep the 4/4 back against the 3/4 if something bad happens, so I don't really want to hit for 2. Although it still keeps the same clock. So I'll smash in for 2. He can crew and then equip, but then we can still block it for 4/4 so he can survive, I guess. So I probably want to double block this or triple block it so he doesn't keep gaining life over and over. I do risk losing out my both of these, but maybe it's okay since I can again just buy everything back. This way I don't give my opponents all this time to draw into more outs. Or maybe I just block with a 4/5 anyways and it's Koi, alright. I guess I want the reach creature to deal with the 3/3. I guess he can reconfigure onto the Koi. So it's still not easy here. But first things first, let's season. Get back, I guess, a Grove Archer and Shigeki. That's pretty good. And I guess I can still channel the Grove Archer, take out the 3/3. Before he reconfigures, and then I can still run a creature out, so that's nice. Run maybe Golden Tail, and then I can hit for 4. And yeah, one more turn and he's dead. I don't think I run out the Shigeki here. I guess this is a plane, so I can't cast it anyways. Just need to survive and watch out for the opponent's counter spells. Katose also quite powerful. So opponent has his own Sky Blast, but I can just get a Fade and exile this, and we should be good. So I can do X equals 3 again. I guess I also want to get back a Rebuke this turn. Right, Turtle's also interesting. I guess I could just bounce with the Turtle. Sure. And then we can attack. High-speed hover bike. Alright, so yeah, we want to now get X equals 2, I guess. Or maybe it's still 3. Get back a Fade. Get back a Rebuke. And then get back Season. And then, yeah, we can still rebuke end of turn and take it from there, so Sigo. I also have a Lucky Offering still left in the library to answer these vehicles. So the opponent might just have to Suicide as 4/4 now. Unfortunately, it does have the ward, so I won't be able to rebuke it. I don't mind this getting him for 2, honestly. It's not a big deal. I guess the Archer can still block it, so I guess he's going to try to reconfigure. It might be a trick. I mean, it's still going to be 3 toughness, so that's fine. I'm fine just blocking of the Archer, and I should be okay. So sure. Don't need, he's trying to bait out my rebuke, I think. And I can still fade the Skyblessed Samurai. And we can still use the land to rebuke end of turn. That's fine too. And that should be game. Alright, so our decks are definitely close in power level. I'm able to outgrind my opponent though, but I do need to keep in mind there's a crab in the deck. So I think everything still looks good. He also has a Skyblessed Samurai, so having double Bamboo Grove Archer is good early on. Yeah, there's not much I can say. Liking the Tanukis, I could also cut a Tanuki for a second Harmonious Emergence. Since I'm not really searching for blue that aggressively, we could just use maybe a cheaper creature to play, like Harmonious Emergence, which can help us block. And then that's pretty much it. Jukai Trainee's interesting, but he's really more of a Flyers aggressive deck. So I'm not sure here. Merch Keeper, I mean, how many ground attackers does he have? He has a decent amount, but not a ton. Yeah, I think this Merch Keeper is alright. And then, yeah, we have some good stuff to ramp into. Yeah, we'll redo it again. I could even go down a land if I want. And go up to 10 green. Nah, I think 9/7 seems good with a single blue mana. So yeah, this game is really fun. And definitely worth going 3 wins for. Alright, opening hand. Kind of sketchy, we don't have any green mana. And then these double Skyblessed Samurais aren't what we want in our opening hand. If we get a single green source, we have an early blocker, but then the rest of these are just kind of stranded, so I think it's a mulligan. This hand's not amazing either, but I think we will have to keep it, and then can probably get away with bombing 1 white source since I don't have any double whites in the library, so that's fine. Guybot, ooh, Harachi Merch Keeper in the Guybot isn't the worst. The opponent also just doesn't have a ton of removal. He has a bunch of bounce. So sure, let's run this out. The next turn we can Guybot into it, and then this can tap for extra mana. Golden Tail, alright. However, I probably want to put a counter onto the Guybot itself so it can fight Golden Tail next turn. Although this gives me extra mana, so let's see here. If I put it on the Guybot, I can use the Rebuke, and then I guess I can also draw a card, so I think I will actually put on the Guybot instead of the Arachi. Although Arachi can get like, I guess Arachi can allow me to 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can cast a 4/4 Samurai. So maybe I take a bit of a beating and I can cast a Samurai next turn. Although we won't have the option to rebuke, which could be important. But I think it's worth the risk, so we'll run this out. And they can tap for double green, which is huge, and then we'll take 2. Could see a Moonsnare Specialist. Nope, no Moonsnare. Could see a Turtle. Turtle could be annoying. I mean, Crab. Never mind, I guess I can't cast anyways. I guess if I use this I can I? Let's see. I still can't. Was this? I guess it's... Oh, never mind. It's 7 mana, so we probably just want to run out the Jukai. And then we can still pay for the Crab. And then we can draw a card end of turn with Tawashi Gaibot and still take a couple of hits from the Golden Tail, which is, again, okay. It's not an aggressive creature. And we're looking to outvalue him in the late game and not try to run him over. Opponent's missing black mana, but he can cast Brilliant Restoration eventually too. So probably just take 2 here. And then draw a card end of turn. We can hit back with a Naturalist and gain life as well, and we can also pay for the Crab. I guess no, we can't. We would need 1 more land, so... Prototype, okay. Guess we can pay for the Crab. I mean, we can... I guess he's tapping out this turn, so we'll draw a card. And then we can even, I guess Harmonious Emergence is quite nice too. If I play out the Skyblessed Samurai, I still have mana to Master's Rebuke. But if I play out Harmonious, I still get a creature which can still block. Because the thing is, if I tap out for the Skyblessed Samurai and he gets rid of it, I guess, yeah, that's a bigger target. I guess this can still hold off the 3/4 and I can also attack this turn. So why not? Let's enchant our forest since we have a lot of green mana already. And then I guess it counts as a modified for Guidebot as well, so this is also nice. I guess I can also attack for 4 and play Skyblessed Samurai. He does make a pilot, but maybe I'm okay with that. And since he's tapped out, yeah, we can just apply a ton of pressure, so yeah, let's just tap out for a whole turn. He gets to make a pilot, but then I get to assemble a pretty insane army on this early. He also doesn't have Farewell in his library, so I don't need to worry about that. Koi is fine, I can kill it with a Rebuke. Shigeki's interesting too. So first things first, is there any 2-mana tricks? I guess he could have a Planar Incision. And then I'm also almost timed out, so I think we just go for it now. And hope it resolves. He can crew in response, I guess. But I don't have a lot of time, so... The Koi is also annoying it too, so we can do this. And then I could also offer the Forest as a trade for the Prodigy's Prototype, which I don't mind. However, it can give me... Trading for this isn't the worst, but it's still 1-for-1. Although, if he has removal, that's going to be annoying, so maybe I trade it off now. And then we can get back with Shigeki anyways, or keep drawing cards. I don't know, we need some ground defense. I think this is fine. And then we can still draw a card end of turn with Guidebot, and we have 2 modified, so we can do X = 2, which is nice. Shigeki can also buy back the Master's Rebuke, and we can also do the Season Loop if we want to. Patose is really awesome. I guess he can get back the Rebuke, but then the problem is he doesn't really have a good creature to fight outside of Guidebots. I might have to deploy Shigeki to start milling my library. So he's probably going to try to kill my Guidebot, but I still get to draw a card off of it before he kills it. I mean, that's reasonable enough. And I'm kind of in a timer here, so I need to end the game. So I need to play pretty quickly here. I forgot that it's also timed, so it's essentially almost. I guess he wants to kill my flyer. Fair enough. It still ends up in exile, so yeah, that sucks, but I guess it ends up in my graveyard, so Shigeki can still get it back. So X = 2 is, I guess, again, 8, right? Yeah, it's still 8 mana, so I still have a long way to go. But I can just keep drawing with the guide bot to buy more time. And then I can play out land, and then... yeah, I could Shigeki for 8. For 2. Yeah, let's do that. Or 1. If I Shigeki for 2, I guess I can still use the fight effect and kill Katose, although I'll be tapped out. So maybe I should just use this at instant speed in case something goes bad. I can also activate the Guybot now to draw a card. I guess I can still run out Shigeki still. I'm not sure here. So let's see, X equals 6. Yeah, I would have to tap out, let's see. No, this is only the cast trigger, so... yeah, I guess we just say go here, and then hope he doesn't have a way to interact with my 4-5. And I can Shigeki for X equals 2 and buy both of these back end of turn. I guess he could also have a crab to disrupt us. But then I can still draw a card off a Tawashi Guidebot. Crab is a problem. Yeah, no way for me to exile it. So that's an issue, but I can still block with multiple creatures. So can I X equals 2? I think I can, so let's do that. And he played out his crap, so I can get both of these back, which are pretty key. And then I can also draw a card end of turn with Guidebots. Yeah, I think that's better than Rebuke, so let's do that. Hopefully find a Fade into Antiquity for the 5-7. Lucky Offering isn't bad on the vehicle, that seems good, so let's just use it on the vehicle now. Play out lands, and then I guess I can still run out the Samurai. And do I want to kill Katose now? I think I do, and maybe I can still take a bit of a beating from the crab. Since Katose is, he can essentially get back Katose, and that's going to be a problem. And I guess I can still activate Guidebot end of turn, or cast this for 2 mana. Probably just want to activate Guidebot and say go. We'll take 5. And we'll try to end the game with the flyer instead. I can season back Shigeki eventually, and then, you know, I guess I can also just set up a double block, but I'm afraid, so we'll just take 5 and draw a card. Yeah, we'll take 5. Don't want to risk anything. And we can still attack for the 4-5 and the 4-4 next turn too. Exemplar. So opponent has a cool Esper deck, but is also just also has his own issues. Kami's pretty nice too, but I guess it's Golden Tail into second Samurai, and then we can still keep up season and we can attack here too. I probably don't want to attack with the forest, so we'll just try to win the game in the air and do some blocks on the ground potentially. But yeah, we can take over this game now with the Flyers. So I need to click pretty quickly here, sure, but I can Geothermal Kami that. One more card left, so I think we can go for the blocks here. And then, yeah, Naturalist can probably go on front since I have mana already, and this gives me some life gain, so this is fine. Draw a card. And I guess I can also season here. I can also Beseiju, nope. So this is okay. And I can season on the turn, I guess. So this deck is pretty crazy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Shigeki. Just get everything back. And then what we can do is we can play land, combat. I guess attack for 4. Yep. Play a Geothermal. Bounce back to Samurai. Samurai is 5 mana. If I play the Jukai Naturalist, I can cast it for 4. So actually, I need my white mana. Oops, that was stupid. Yeah, we'll say go. Hold on to the Beseiju. Could have used my white mana for the Sunblade Samurai to Sunblessed Samurai, but I messed up. So opponent's kind of forced to attack here. And then probably find double blocking in case something goes awry. I'm at 4 minutes, opponent's at 7, 8 minutes, so I took a lot more time. So yeah, this is probably just a desperate all-out attack, which I'm fine with. And then yeah, this is okay. I guess he has a restoration here. I guess that's fair enough. Yeah, it's probably the restoration, really nice. But it can only get back. But most of his artifacts and creatures aren't really that scary. So I wish I had my Sky Blessed Samurai out this turn. And then we can still kill the Prodigy's Prototype or Mirror Shell Crab if we want to. So go. Alright, so now let's run out the dog. I guess I can Beseiju the Intercessor's Arrest. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Can I run out Tanuki and Samurai? Yes, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the extra force. So I can run out the Tanuki, keep up white mana, so... That's 6, yep. And then we can run out to Samurai for 1 mana, which is kind of insane. Just want to speed up the clock. And then run this out for 1 mana. And then we can move the combats and attack for 4. And opponent still has a... So we can win next turn. Unless he has Farewell, but he has Brilliant Restoration, not Farewell. Please don't Farewell us. No, we were still close, please. Okay. Just gonna gain life here, fair enough. I guess I'll just block with multiple creatures just in case. He tries to pump. Alright, still 2-turn clock. Opponent can maybe interact with one of my flowers, his own Sky Blessed Samurai, fair enough, but I can Shigeki, get back a Master's Rebuke. And we can do X equals 3 still, I guess, for... Yeah, I'm not going to count. Could be a counterspell. Nope. Does he have interaction? I guess I'd rather have this get bounced. Yeah, maybe this is just safer. I don't have good games. Yeah, we got him, sweet. So, yeah, the problem with the white control decks in this format isn't that they don't have any defenses against aggressive decks. It's just that they can't necessarily grind as well as the green decks. There's no really real powerful ways to recur in the white deck outside of things like Restoration and Invoke the Injustice. However, they're still like rares, so they're pretty difficult to get or get past. So you're better off in green just trying to do loops with Shigeki, Sky Turtle, and Seasonal Renewal. Alright, so not bad. Nice 3 wins with a Bant midrange deck. And that took at least 4 hours. And our first draft, I think we did a blue-black deck, but you know, we went 2-1. But this one was a nice one, so we're going to add this to our collection pile. And then, yeah, just a quick overview of this deck. The sideboard options were definitely really relevant. If we didn't have second Bamboo Grove Archer, we would have been in trouble in some of the matchups, so I'm happy that we actually picked up one. Lucky Offering also did a decent number against our opponent in the last game, taking out the vehicle and gaining some life. And yeah, the Modern Age didn't do too much, so it wasn't really necessary as a splash, I didn't think. So could see myself not prioritizing splashing this in future matchups. And Merge Keeper in that final game actually did a decent amount, being able to ramp us into some of our big spells, generate a lot of tempo, and then, yeah, the opponent also just didn't have a ton of interaction, so once we were able to flood the board, he couldn't really get our creatures off, and he just had to just stay back and play defense. So, yeah, pretty cool deck. These are 5-drops, and yeah, we got the 3 wins with it, so, and also the lands are pretty solid too. Mana base 9, 6, and 2 islands. Although probably cut an island for an extra plains if we had to side out the modern age for like lucky offering. But yeah, anyways, the games were really solid. We didn't have any real bad starting hands. There was a couple hands. I guess the previous match we kept like a 4-lander, but we drew out of it, or a 5-lander. Not sure. But yeah, anyways, yeah, awesome. We got 3,000 gems, and now we can rerun like another traditional draft over pretty easily. And then if we're able to get the best out, get 3 wins again, we can get back. We can climb pretty. We can stay infinite a lot longer, and even if we lose, we get only 1,000 gems, which is still fine. So let's see. Let's open up some packs. I'm not going to waste my time. And we get to look at some spicy gems here. So this is 180 gems. No, this is not 180. I'm dumb. This is I don't know how to do my math anymore. 100 and I guess yeah, it's 200 gems. So this is 60, 40, yeah, 200 gems. Not bad. 200 gems gets us closer to doing some quick drafts or redoing this again. And pack one, pick one price synthesizer over everything else. So yeah, that was a pretty cool green deck. Haven't drafted Bant before or showcased it. Mostly did some Abzan in the early stage of the format, but yeah, Bant is also a consideration, and as well as Sultai if you end up base black green or somehow begrudgingly end up in blue green splashing black, which I'm not a big fan of. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day. Bye.